You ready?
Final game, bro.
Final game, you know.
Sorry, we move.
These headphones are shaky, boy.
Nowadays I cross my legs and lean back, watch manifestations on food.
I thought the diagnose were done, but they'll always be the same. Penny for my dots, cause you know I'm tryna change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see guys, we don't slang. Any MC, I put them in the grave. I'ma make them disappear like my name was David Blaine. Flown like I'm Little Wayne, came the way I'm setting flames. It's funny how niggas...
Anyways, we are...
Let's go.
Even water wipes, the company that for the thing, the guy was just saying he was getting annoyed that his baby was getting irritated. Irritation in her bum.
Right.
So he just said, I'm gonna do a wipes with more water. And now it's one of the biggest brands.
I swear. You know what I mean? Even conflict.
They say innovation comes from a place of like what is a necessity. It's like
I need millions.
you invent something there.
I need millions. I need to be financially free, please.
You know what I'm saying? Bad bitches love niggas with money. And I need a bad bitch.
We're not talking about that. You not see Whitney?
Oh, that she's out of her bad bitch era.
She said because they only attract rappers and rappers.
But isn't she
and she got cooked.
But isn't she with somebody already?
Yeah. But she said, I just said didn't want to. That word, I don't know why. People get that bad bitch word. People get triggered every time someone saw it.
But you know what I always find weird? Like the way Americans call each other bitches and shit. Like
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that either.
Like, oh, that's my bitch.
That's
and then her too, she be doing, yeah.
I'm like smiling as if nothing is wrong.
It's a cultural thing.
I'm like the culture difference is just
Yeah. What do the women here call each other? They don't use the B word really, do it? Like, in America, it's like a thing, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I'm just with my bitch, like, and I'm just like,
with the
relax.
She said the bad B aesthetics only attracts trappers and rappers, and they cooked her. I was like, you know, one thing I always say this about Deji, the internet ruins things that shouldn't be ruined. We're just having fun. We're just talking. We're just kicking, and then all of a sudden people are doing think pieces about it, man. Anyways,
if they have time.
What's good? We're starting strong, right?
What's happening?
So.
Is this you haven't seen the clip now? Or?
No. That will come later.
I'm excited. I want to get there.
What's called? On my way here,
yeah,
a Lil Wayne song came on.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, Wayne's the GOAT. So I want you guys to blind rank 5 Wayne feature verses.
I do not know much about this aspect, to be honest.
Okay, you know what? In this case, we'll leave you out of this. You blind rank this shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry about this.
Okay.
Destiny's Child Soldier.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
Because I think like stronger ones are gonna come. At least 3 more strong ones are gonna go. I like that one, but I don't love it.
DJ Khaled, I'm on one.
Ooh. Fuck it. I'm going to put that 2.
All right. Drake, hell yeah, fucking right.
Oh, Drake. There's gonna be one that I'm gonna be like, I knew that's number 1.
Chris Brown, Loyal.
That's be 1 of 5. I'll put that 1.
Drake, Miss Me.
5. Okay.
Miss me a little when I'm gone.
So you have
okay.
You have Loyal at 1.
Yeah. I know this whole saying right. Yeah, because he was right.
What'd you have at 2?
Number 2 was Hell Yeah Fucking Right.
Oh, that's a good 2. Okay.
Number 3 was a DJ Khaled, I'm on 1.
Okay.
Number 4 was Soldier with Destiny's Child.
Number 5 was Miss Me.
Number 5 was Miss Me.
You know what? That's a fair enough list. That's a fair enough
I thought
list.
you were gonna say my favorite feature. No, that's actually his verse. The one with Mr. Carter with him and Jay-Z. But that's his song.
Yeah. See, there's a couple of those because I was gonna say Run This Town, but that's his version of a mixtape. It's not actually. He's not actually a feature.
But he had so many with DJ Khaled that were class as well. We taking over.
But I love the intro on Miss Me. Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake, I'm in this thing. I'm ready.
Well, I was even gonna go. What's called Drake? I'm going in. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah.
Look, man, Wayne is the GOAT,
Wayne is the GOAT, man.
Wayne really is the GOAT.
Anyways, what's up, bros? How you guys doing?
I'm chilling, man. You know,
How's your week?
Same shit. Charge to the game. First thing.
Why did he say like that?
That deep side. You know something is coming.
Okay, so I got something to charge to the game first. So, as I said last week, as you heard last week, I'm now employed again.
Come on.
First day Monday, 50 minutes late.
You must be unemployed real quick, man.
Did you?
I've seen the pattern here.
When I tell people he might be the problem, it might be him.
Yo, I might be the problem. But so, no, because you know what happened, Jay? So I was like, there's a bus that I'm supposed to take, which leaves Navan around like 7:20 or something like that.
Yeah.
And
God, you're up that early as well to get the bus.
Bro. But yeah, so I was on the way to get the bus, and I literally was like 2 minutes. I forgot something at home, and I need to go get it. So I was like 2 minutes late to grab the bus. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll drive halfway, get the drive halfway, get the bus from Dublin, park in Blanche, get the bus from Blanche, go into town. Calm. Yeah. And plus, if I'm driving already, I'm gonna pass the bus that I just missed.
Because it goes the back way. You can go on the motorway.
Bro, I'm on the motorway going 120. Going 120
as fast as you possibly can on the motorway.
Legally can. And then this and bro, this car in front of me just starts slowing down. I said, okay, you know what, maybe. And then we come to a standstill on the motorway. There was a crash. So
there's always a crash.
There's always a flipping crash.
Bro, there's always a crash.
For me, it's always as exists on the M50. Every single time that
Blanche, maybe Blanche is the problem.
Every single time that exit
maybe
has an
Blanche
issue
is
with
the
it,
fucking
man.
problem. But yeah, what's called emailed them. It was calm. Like nobody gave a fuck or whatever. At the end of the day, it was calm. But yeah, apart from that, work. Like,
how was your first week?
You know you don't do shit.
Yeah, just like, training and have you got into the office? You've met your new teammates.
I've been into the office twice. Oh shit! Okay, you know what? I told you, man. Working on myself, growing in that,
bro. Deji's working on himself.
No, right? No, and you know what? Fuck you.
I hear it. No, because I don't believe him.
Fuck you severely.
When Deji said he's working on himself, some things he asks me, I'm like, what's going on?
No, because you know what? Yeah, I don't. You listen regularly.
Yeah.
I told Jordan, you know, I'm on my little spiritual journey. Jordan laughed.
No, he went to go laugh, but he said, I'm praying.
I don't get it. No, but I didn't laugh. I said, you. Why?
But I get it, like, I
That's
do get
it. Because I just wanted to know where it's coming from.
What? A nigga can't want to get close to God? I can't be buddies with Jesus?
You two are following trend.
But to be honest, I get where he's coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? I get where he's coming from.
So do I, but I just don't know why.
So now to speak about my spiritual journey.
Okay.
What's funny?
But he's laughing, that's why.
This guy's up, man.
It's because he set it up like spiritual journey. You sound sarcastic when you're saying it.
Yeah,
I'm sound serious.
I don't lie here.
How do I sound serious?
I don't know. But go on, speak of spiritual journey.
I'm being dead ass. So, obviously, in my long stretch of unemployment, and you know, while I was on my spiritual journey, they would say, in this life, when you're praying, be specific with your prayer. And you know what? I always say, sometimes, like, you know, when you pray for shit, and it's kind of like, did I get that because I prayed for it, or did it just happen?
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? This time, let me throw a curveball.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for a specific shit.
Okay. Oh, so you're testing. You even said, God, I'm going to try you.
Yeah.
I'm going to try you. Okay, let's see what you got.
You said you're bad. You said ask and you shall be given.
Yeah. You said you said you're that guy. So as that guy, let me.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear it.
So I was like, you know what?
It can go both ways. It can go both ways.
You know, and I was hoping it went the right way. But yeah, so I was like, because the thing is, with accounting companies specifically, you can't, like, most of them are in Dublin 1, Dublin 2, in the middle of the town. You can't really, you can't really drive to work. So I was like, get me something that could drive to work.
Okay.
You say, you want that? Yeah, calm. Now I'm niggas whipping to work.
Come on.
What's that caption that they always do? Living answered prayers. We live in them shits now, baby.
That's your next caption.
Let's go.
Next caption.
Living answered prayers.
The other one was like, yo, man, send me on a flight.
Yeah.
I get to work. My guy goes, are you good to travel? I say, what? Of course, send me anywhere.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? God did.
Praise him.
I didn't believe in you. They didn't believe in us.
But God did.
God did.
But yeah, my first week has been calm. It's been chilling, man. I ain't done shit yet, but like, we get there.
Oh, that's good. What about you, Sean?
How
do you watch your friend? TJTHEGOAT? What's
Sean,
okay.
TJ, either one is fine.
Okay. So how's your week been?
Week's been good. I booked 2 days. I booked 2 days off this week. I said I can't do this.
Just to chill, yeah.
Just to chill and get some things done, because I won't lie. You see this hybrid system. I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it. No. I mean, like, I want to be at home fully.
Oh, yeah. If you're gonna be at home, let me be at home.
Waking up, going to the office, and I think there was one time where I took the bus and we were just in traffic as well. It took us 2 hours to get to where I needed to go. And I'm just like, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yeah. Well, no, I went on a mini trip myself. I'm back.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot we had to talk about this.
I was seeing you guys up first. I was seeing you guys the main event last. Yeah. So I was in Manny for the weekend. It was my missus' birthday at the start of February. So I said, babe, you know what? At the end of the month, you can have your little thing with your friends. Go to Copenhagen, enjoy. But Big Boss is taking you out. We'll take you to the end of the month. So obviously, if you listen to last week's episode. If you didn't listen, I was talking about how I'm gonna do like balloons on the roof or whatever I was trying to do. Yeah.
Is the PR for that still good?
You trying to do it?
No. But I'm asking because on Twitter and TikTok they say, "Oh, balloons in the room, it breeds a this and that." I'm like,
don't listen to it.
No. You know why?
Don't listen
What's
to it.
called? Once again, it's Americans always fucking shit up. One guy, right? He gets a hotel room for him and his babes or whatever, and he did the balloons on the wall, and on the bed in rose petals, he spelled out "face down, ass up."
okay, that's not. Okay, continue. Sorry, Jordan. I don't guess.
So yeah, we land. Obviously, then I've already told the plan. She comes in. She sees.
No. Go back because you said how you're gonna set it up, and so she makes sure she works in, walks in.
Yeah, I set it up exactly like that. I said, yo, you give me the. You guys said all this time she's been pushing her luggage, whatever. So now I'm just like, yo, your luggage looks heavy. Let me take the luggage off you. Then you take this, and then she takes the key, and then scans, sees it. Gas. You know that reaction we're talking about, yeah? Gas.
What was your reaction to her reaction?
I was like, don't worry about it, man. That's what man does. And I was like, yo, gas, yeah? I know that day group chats people were sending things to the group chat saying, must be nice. Obviously, even, I can't say his name because maybe he's trying to surprise his missus. Someone would be like, we both know. He was like, yo, how'd you work that out? That you got these balloons?
You do inspire the youth, man.
I showed to my miss. I said, I inspire the youth. That's what I do. So but she was happy. The weekend, Manny's like, then the first night we went to Anish, I was looking at the price of these things, yeah, and I'm like,
it's pricey,
bro. It's pricey. But the perspective like Simi gave me is like, look, when we go to Italians and we see like a pasta for €27 and they just add some chicken. We don't really complain. We're just like, yeah, but it's Italian. You know, she's like, but pasta's not that expensive if you want to make it at home yourself. Yeah. But but when we go to an Italian, we don't mind paying premium because we're saying, we're having Italian. So Anish had the same kind of prices, but food slaps.
No, the problem usually is that you're giving me those prices, but with the Italian, I get the experience. I can take snaps. I can do this. I can, I can really make this shit look sexy.
But would you say that the portions in Anish live up to the price?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
The portion was so good. I even brought home seconds.
Some restaurants, they'll give you this little and be charging $45.
Yeah, no.
Dingy.
Like, especially because the first night, you know, when you're hungry the first night, I was like, I'm going to eat the most baiting. I'm not taking any chances. Because, you know, like, you're thinking, they can't get jollof wrong. Because I've never been to Anish. Maybe Anish.
You can.
But like, okay, you can. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. That this thing,
you're trusting the brand.
Yeah, this thing, you can't get wrong. So that was nice. And obviously, second night, we went for like a brunch thing. I like Manny because where we stayed, it was like central to everything. So we could walk everywhere. Now, weekend happens, go for Broadway's concert, blah, blah, blah. Weekend happens, so we land. She parked at a hotel nearby. We're like, okay, we're tired. We got to go get our son. Come. This is what I'm charging to the game. So we walk up to the car. Flat tire. Now,
wait. Were you a real man?
Oh, let me laugh. Bitch, I'm driving since I'm 17. I'm 32 this year.
17?
Yeah, I'm 32 this year. So in 15 years, I've only been presented with the opportunity to change the tire once. Tires really don't burst.
How?
It just happened. Just my luck. So I've done it one time, but the one time I did it, I was with Chris and you. So we all kind of figured. We all kind of figured it out how to do it. But this was like 2013. So 10 years ago, I haven't had to change the tire in 10 years.
And this is all on you.
So
and your babes is watching.
I know the concept of how to change a tire, but I've done it one time. Like if you do something one time, like even at work, you have to do something repetitive. You kind of know how to do it. So I'm kind of like, okay, Jordan, are you going to rise?
You have to.
And this is her car. So
her car is you have to.
Taking it off, easy, because it's flat. The tire is flat. So you pull it off, easy. I got to put the other one in. Not thinking it's like, obviously the other one is, obviously because you're under pressure and she's a bit panicky and she's getting anxious, trying to make phone call them. And you'll get like the anxiety, you can feel the anxiety around you. Yeah. So you just want to get this done as soon as possible. So maybe if it was me, I would have been like a bit more calm, take my time, be measured. But because I'm getting like, should I call someone? Should I call my breakdown assistant? I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to get it done. The tire's off, but because the first one is flat, I'm not even thinking like as logical. I try to put the other one on, but the other one doesn't seem like it's fitting. But because it's pumped, so the flat one can come out because it's obviously it's flat.
You didn't jack it up high enough.
So for ages, I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? What am I? And I watch the videos. I'm like, this is what I'm doing, because in the video they don't show you that they jack it all the way.
Yeah.
They just show you that they jack it off. So then it gets to a point where she's obviously getting irritated first. She's also hungry because we're on the fly, we didn't eat, etc.
Just trying to go home.
Exactly. So at that pressure, after a while, it's like, I'm not really trying to argue. I don't want my ego to take over. I'm like, don't call anybody. I'll handle this. I'll do it. And then I can't do it. Now we're stuck here. So I'm like, okay, don't let your ego take over, because a part of me, I really wanted to do it just so I can know. Yeah, just so I can know I could do it. And I was thinking, like, what if because I go to different countries and I get car now. I was like, what if my son was in the car? This is something I have to know how to do. I just want to know how to do it. So she calls people and she says they're coming. I'm waiting. But then I was like, I have nothing to lose now. If I can't do it, people will be here in 30 minutes anyways. Yeah. So then I was like, fuck it, I have nothing to lose. I just kept going. It kept going higher. She's like, oh, it keeps going up. Okay. And I'm getting encouraged. I'm like, yeah. And then boom, it's going in. But it's like not aligning to the screws. And she's like, oh no, something's wrong with the wheels. It's not aligning. After this, I was like, what do you mean? It's a wheel. Just turn it.
All of this
just turn it around.
is what I'm not looking forward to when I get a car, man.
Just what's really not aligning? It's a wheel. So just turn. Gas. Come on. After I gave her balloons on the wall, I came back and fixed the wheels. I was that nigga.
Jordan, second kid might have to happen. What? Romantic nigga.
Handyman
Bombless brunch. Handyman. Bro, man. Make it pop already, man.
Do you know, I think I'll tell you the truth. Since moving in with, like, Simi, I like being in my masculine energy as well. Yeah. Like, I like knowing I can fix shit. Like, I like knowing I can handle situations. I like knowing I can change a room. Like, before, I didn't, like I said, I've only been presented the opportunity to change a tire once. Like, but I like, with some help. But this is the first time I had to do it by myself. And I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, if my kid was in the car and I was somewhere secluded, regardless if we can call people or not, I have to know what to do, because it's probably just quicker for me to learn how to do it. But
it doesn't take that long.
It actually doesn't. If I just clocked that, obviously the wheel, when it's punctured, it's flat, so it's gonna come out easier. You have to crank this all the way up to put it in. Now that I have that knowledge, next time it would have, like, in total, it was probably like less than 30-minute job to do it. But just the fact that you're here, you've been with a girl who, like, you're trying to do something, and they're just trying to put, like, they're still, their emotions are like taking over. I was like, relax.
The worst part about it is, you know, when you're starting to get frustrated.
Yeah.
But I can't show you that I'm frustrated because you're already freaking out, and we can't both freak out at the same time.
Literally, what was happening? Literally, but because it wasn't that far. It was in Swords. It was in Dublin, like where the airport is. So last, I know people can come get us. So I'm like, this is like the perfect opportunity to know how to do this, because God knows you might be in Galway, you might be in a different country where you have to figure out how to do this. But so I was like, I went home that weekend feeling proud of myself.
You should. I
said, you know what? Balloons on the roof. You got that.
You did well, King. You should.
Thank you.
Dr. Umar will be proud.
Yes. Well, no, that was like, and then obviously you guys sort of, but it was like, it was good. And then the funny part, one of the funny thing is, I showed in the group chat the lads with the pictures of the balloon. My guy, shout out Tams. Tams goes, wow, even after marriage, you still love her. Which brings me to my question.
That is such a question.
Which brings me to my question. Does marriage, especially for us Africans, do we view it maybe a bit negatively? Because of the way we never really saw our parents hold hands, kiss, do romantic gestures. So do we also think that, like, okay, that's what comes with marriage? Or what do you guys... Because it made me think.
I do think the way your parents' marriage went shapes you, because remember we had Akpo sit on the couch and he's like, he walks into the house and he sees his parents fucking slow dancing to no music. Obviously he's gonna be like, when I get married, I want to continue that, I want to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? But niggas that, bro, you see your house, you see your parents and their roommates, you just think eventually you just kind of like
description for a lot of African parents' marriages, to be honest. So a lot of it.
How do you view it then? Because when he said that, it made me laugh, but I was thinking, it was like, whoa, is the perception that, like, when you get married, the fun goes out of the relationship?
I think that is because there are a lot of marriages where, like, when the guy is pursuing the girl, when their boyfriend, girlfriend, they do all these, like, nice gestures. When they get married, it's like, well, show's over. Let me just let's go inside and just live a happily ever after.
Because before you bag her and, like, make her yours, you're competing with everybody.
Yeah.
But I think once you feel like you made her, I ain't competing with nobody anymore, man.
It's kind of like what we talk about in GTG. It's like, where Rouse is like, oh, you said you really wanted me and you never had a girl like me, so you're pursuing it. But then once you get her, you're like, oh, it's like I can kind of relax a little bit.
I did it now.
Yeah, literally.
It's like you on your abs.
You start to normalize it. You're like, yeah, I do that.
Guys, shot. Wait, what?
Because I was on the gym journey. I wanted to get abs again.
Okay.
But once I started seeing the lining and the abs coming back,
You
I was
said,
like,
I'm good.
Bro,
I've done it.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy
cares,
is like, I'm not eating bread again. I'm taking away snacks. And then he texts me one day. He's like, Deji, yeah. So the abs are here now. What next?
Okay, so was it just to prove that you can do it?
yeah, it was literally just so I can feel like, I was saying today, like, there's things we do now that don't really require discipline, and we have to bring discipline ourselves. When you're young, you're made to go to school every day. You're even in PE. If you don't have PE clothes, you're getting in trouble. So they put structure and discipline in your life when you're young, and you become an adult. It's all on you, and you don't have to do anything that requires structure or discipline. So I just wanted to kind of put myself in that. But yeah, that was kind of my weekend, and yeah, I felt good and I felt proud about it.
Well, speaking about making your wife proud and that, like that, happy International Women's Day to all the women out there.
Come on.
You know, we love you. You're unappreciated and all that. But to be honest, it shouldn't be Sean here. There should be a woman here today. But we digress.
You have me today, guys.
But we digress. Okay, there's so much shit to get through this week. Yeah, fam, did you guys see? Was it the Emmys?
Was it when they made that joke about
The pedophile joke.
about Drake?
No.
That was
that Emmys?
no, I didn't see the Emmys.
So Halle Berry. Oh, sorry, the Oscars.
Oscars.
The Oscars. Halle Berry kisses Adrian Brody while his wife watches. So he's on the red carpet. Yeah, you know. Let me even show you the video.
While his wife was there?
Right next.
He's on the red carpet.
Smooches.
He's on the red carpet having an interview or something like that. Yeah, and then Halle Berry comes up, interrupts, says sorry about this, and lipses his wife.
Yeah.
Lipses her husband. Right, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Someone is getting put in the walls of Jericho.
What? Because apparently he did it to her years ago.
Yeah.
Like I think she was accepting an award or whatever. He came up, lips her or whatever, in front of my wife.
I've had situations where girls have greeted
This
me.
situation.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. If it was this situation, Jordan won't be here.
I've had situations where girls have like maybe hugged me and greeted me and not acknowledged my wife before she was even my wife, and that was
bro. I've had
a
that
problem.
Hell, I've had
bro.
that. Hell.
It's like I don't even. Now, like if you're going to greet me, man or woman, you have to greet my wife as well. Because some people, like I remember, it was still girlfriend stage. Yeah. Came over, hugged, greeted, but didn't say anything to the girl beside me, and I had to hear about it. I was like, I don't know how these things.
But I
work.
do that with friends, anyways. Like if it's two friends, like I always say hi to both of them.
Yeah, but some people
boyfriend
they don't
and
have
girlfriend.
manners.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie though. Like, is it different because like they're actors and like you see your baby's lips in somebody else all the time? Like her. Like those two have lips on camera before. Do you get what I'm saying?
But the thing is, you know that was a paid job. They didn't pay you to kiss.
But you know what? But in this one is for the content. It was part of the arc. He did it to me. I'm doing it back to him. I want something.
Was he
wants
married
something.
when he did it to her?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because circumstances change. Because just because we behave this way once upon a time doesn't allow us to always behave this way.
When he did it to her, it was 2003, by the way.
So 22 years ago?
22 years ago, and she remembered.
I remember this.
It's not remember, bro. It was at the Oscars. It was at the Oscars on stage.
Because when she won it for Monster Ball. Yeah.
All I know is
That is...
everything getting burnt. Everything. The Oscars is over.
Yeah, no, I'm too sensitive for like. There's no way. That's even about sensitivity. Why are you good kissing someone's right in front of them? I would love to. Do you know what it is? Those conversations you love to be flying the wall when they go home. In the car.
Will he still be married?
If they already had an inkling you're cheating, now you're definitely cheating. Well,
you know what happened to me the other day as well? Do you guys remember like scramblers?
Yes,
like,
yes.
So it's
Mini
like
motorbikes.
No, not those. Those. I can't. Maybe they're not called scramblers. So back in the days, do you remember like outside of certain hotspots when you were younger, like there's this really annoying high pitched noise? Yeah. So apparently those were things to like keep kids from loitering.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember in Navan, outside the cinema specifically, because like there was a lot of places. You've been outside Navan Cinema before they renovated it. Like there was a lot of places to sit down. Like kids would just come and like chill there, whatever. Yeah. So I think they had that.
Shop used to be.
Yeah. So like there was that really high pitched noise. So it's kind of like it'll annoy you to not be around there. Do they still have that, or are we just old? We can't hear it anymore.
Yeah, we're definitely just.
I
old.
can't even remember.
Yeah, because we're not loitering anyways. If you're somewhere, you're there for a purpose.
Me loitering.
Like you're not standing outside of a cinema just like unless you're dare to buy drugs or something. You're not really just standing and nobody is. I only thought about that because of the wire. Not gonna lie. All they're doing to the wire is loitering. They're just standing around the corner doing nothing.
You know what? Let's pop this intro.
Let's introduce this.
Getting some shit.
Anyways, here we are, charge.
Bang bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis culture needs. I'm Daddy J, but you man's call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
You know it's your girl's favorite voice, big Deji nigga with the Midas touch.
Come on, who we got here today?
Tjthejoat.
Joat.
Joat.
It's a joke, is it?
Man.
I don't. My dyslexia red go. Anyways,
That's
TJ,
cool.
we do a
Right.
charge quiz every week on the podcast.
Yeah.
5 questions each.
Okay.
5 from me, 5 from Deji.
Right.
You have 2 lifelines. If I'm asking a question that you don't know, you can ask Deji, vice versa. But before we get into it, April 27th at the Sugar Club, we have our live show.
Be there.
Be there. It's our goodbye live show. We're saying goodbye to everybody for the last time. And look, even come out, say support the boys, and even if bring people that you will not enjoy podcast shows. Like you've been to podcast shows, whether you listen to the podcast or not, podcast shows are just a banger.
You ain't been to one like this.
They include everything. You will have music, you will have games, you will have prices, there's drinking.
Fam, they don't even know. We caught the first sponsor already.
There's gonna
And this
be
is one that you want.
they
Trust
talk
me.
to him. So that's April 27th at the Sugar Club. There's tickets in the description. Go get some.
What's called QR code on Sean's face.
Right here.
Wait, who do you want to go first?
I'll go with you. Your set of questions first.
Okay, my set of question first.
Okay.
What does the acronym DLT stand for?
I know this. You can use me, but if you use me, it's just this one you can use me.
I'll go with
Days like this.
Days like this is correct.
I know that.
Disappointed and Still Disappointed are diss tracks from Stormzy to which artist?
Wiley.
Yes.
Still this one was bad.
John Cena with 16 world title is tied with who for the record?
Ric Flair.
Yes. Which African country is formerly known as Zaire? Zaire.
Zaire.
Yeah.
It's not Egypt, is it?
You have to give me an answer. I can't say yes or no.
Egypt.
No, it's Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend of Congolese people watching.
Young Bless dropped a project this week. What is the name of the project?
Vice City.
Yes. 5 out of. Shout out Young Bless, go stream his project, man.
Yeah,
5 out of 4.
I bought it. I was listening to it.
It's decent, yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and say that I've listened to it extensively.
Yeah, but you've said about like everybody.
Yeah,
About
like-
Drake.
I was listening to it. I was listening to it in the gym, but like I wasn't really. You know when I'm like zoning out and like not really paying too much attention. But it sounds good. Yeah. It sounds good. All right, my questions. 4 out of 5. You're starting well. Okay. What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
I'm gonna ask you for that.
Oh, you're gonna ask me? Tinkerbell?
Yeah.
It's Tinkerbell.
You're gonna ask me? I didn't know. I could have guessed that.
Oh no.
I guessed.
Let's go. Who ate the salmon of knowledge?
Is his name? Okay, some of the knowledge, because I think the guy he went to fish and he put his thumb on the thing. Oshin?
Oh, Fiona McCool.
Yeah, I remember. I did a play in my new primary school.
I remember that story, but I don't remember the name of the person.
Okay, just for context, there was a TikTok guy that came up with my TikTok and he was like, "Oh, are you smarter than a 6th class?"
Yeah.
So I got a lot of my questions from him.
Okay.
What's called? What do you call a shape with 10 sides?
A decagon?
Yep. What sport would you use a shuttlecock?
Oh, badminton.
Yeah.
Yep. Who was the first female president of Ireland?
Way back in this.
No, Mary Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah, you all know actually. Someone Fiona McCool. And I knew Fiona McCool because I did the play. I acted in the play.
Yeah.
So 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was 5.
That's something.
Oh, you're close.
That's close. What's the record? 9?
9.
I
was close, you know.
You kept the record, Auntie. You kept the record.
You know what? I actually don't think anyone's beating Fiona's record,
Yeah,
low-key.
no, because you have to get 10 out of 10.
So
you can only match it.
So
Nobody's even matched.
What?
So what's the lead?
Oh, you're probably second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think you're second. I think it's like you, Fiona, you, and then I think Jen and Tim. You got Tim 7-7.
Yeah.
And it's questions that I know I should go.
Yeah. No, Fiona McCool and Zaire. I think Zaire was a bit difficult one.
I was
but
never getting that.
yeah,
I'll never get Zaire.
yeah.
Let's go. So, in the house, he's got a content creator, yeah?
Yeah.
And you make skits and shit like that, yeah? Actually, you know what? I will say, and not just because you're here, I actually feel like, how can I put this? I feel like you're underappreciated. Because like I see a couple of, I actually see a couple of your skits, and I'm like, this is funny. Now coming to where I unload the clip, because recently, yeah, what do you feel about this skit space? Because I've been seeing a lot of skits.
Deji wants to bring out the hater. Deji is drawing out the hater in me because I know exactly who he's thinking about.
It's not just that one person.
For me,
I'm not involved, dude.
I'm not multiple. And you know what? Yeah,
the one person I'm thinking of. So let me know here.
Why I'm so confused. Wait, what's going on? What's going on here? Don't worry.
Let me bring suppress the hate.
So sometimes yeah, I'm seeing like skits and like different like pieces of content, not only in Ireland, in other places as well.
Okay.
But I watch some, yeah, and I watch the skit, and I don't even crack a smile, bro. Not even like a giggle. I don't crack a smile. Dead face. You know what? My face is probably even worse. After I've watched it than when I started watching it, yeah. And like the thing is, I'm gonna preface this so it doesn't seem like I'm just hating for the sake of hating. Because if there's one thing in this life, I'm not an unnecessary hater. Okay.
I am when it needs to be.
I said unnecessary.
Kendrick is Farsi, yeah?
No, but that's necessary. That's necessary because their fans are annoying.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not an unnecessary hater, yeah.
I'm trying my best not to talk.
I'll watch it, yeah, and then I'm like, it wasn't that funny. But like, I do understand sometimes some things are not for me. Like, I understand that some content is not for me and all this kind of shit. But then I open up the comments, and people are saying, "Yo, this is hilarious. I'm bossing up." What?
I chose the wrong week.
Bitch, you know what it is, yeah? Not even with skits, with comedy, yeah? Because I watched Schultz's special. I already went to see the show, and I told you I didn't necessarily find it funny. I found it was more like fully commentary on the situation. Yeah, so what it is even when I don't find something funny and it's not for me, I can understand the preface, or I can find a joke writing clever. That's what I think. That's what you do. You have a clever joke writing. Yeah. So even if I'm not laughing, I'm like, oh, that was really cleverly done. And I think that's what Schultz does. Schultz is like, is a smart guy. So even if like Cat Williams is a funny guy because he has expressions, he's acting, he's actually making you laugh with the way he's doing things. Where with Schultz, I watch and I'm like, oh, that didn't make me laugh, but it was a clever, funny way of saying that thing. That's what I see. Sometimes with skits, I see that. Even though I'm not laughing, I still see, or how this would be funny, or this would be clever, or how this could be refined. Example, your podcast bit. I thought that was really clever, like the way you play different podcasts and what the conversation they talked about. Yeah, the podcast. Like, that's what I mean. The bit itself, if you refined it and you had better production, I think that's what you maybe underappreciated. If you refined it, you produced it well, that's actually a funny bit. But with some people, I'm like, I don't even see the cleverness in it. Now, I will say, the one that I'm thinking, the last one I saw, I see why it's clever.
You know what?
I see why it's clever.
The last one, fuck it. What's called? The last one about ADHD, yeah?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's particularly funny. However,
you see why it's funny.
However, I fully understand that. When I look in the comments and I see this is great, this is funny, blah 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 blah, I understand it. I get it. But then there's some other ones, and I'm not just talking about that specific creator. There's other ones as well that I'm looking at and I'm just like, this is funny.
Yeah.
Or I agree. Or some people are like, oh, you're so thinking outside the box. Nigga, no, you're not.
But one thing about that creator is that he's actually very talented.
I'm not saying he's not.
Okay.
Like this once again, I am not saying, I'm not here to hate and say that whatever is whatever, because like at the end of the day, and this always comes back to it, numbers don't lie. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, numbers don't lie.
Because you're funny to somebody.
You're funny to somebody. Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't get some of the things. And I'll put my hands up and say, not all content is for me, not all everything is for me. And I fully understand that, yeah. However, sometimes I see certain things, yeah, and this is across the internet. Okay. I see certain things, it's like the Cybertruck. I think that's objectively ugly. I don't see how anybody thinks that's great, but it's gassed.
And Tesla's
thank you
$1 trillion company.
So
it's working.
Teslas in general are so overhyped, and it's just shit like that. You know what? Let's take it away from skits and comedy. Yeah,
I'm bringing it back to that.
We gonna spin the block, baby.
I need to ask you questions.
You really are unnecessary.
I need to ask questions.
So now, like with stuff like, okay, like let's say like a Tesla or some Yeezys or some music or some shit like that. It's like the internet decide that, yo, this is gonna be funny, or this person is gonna be funny, and I sit there and now I'm thinking to myself, yo, am I going crazy? Like, because everybody is saying, yo, this is the thing, this is it, this is the person, this is whatever, and I'm looking like, this is shit.
Do you know what sometimes it is, yeah? And I will say this in terms of like content, music, everything, not Ireland. What happens with me, I will preface this, I see the reaction before I see the content. So I am seeing, this is funny, this is the greatest, this is generational. I'm going in with the mindset that like this is gonna blow me away.
Fuck,
And then when I watch it and I'm not blown away, I'm like, oh, all that hype for this, and it could actually be objectively good, but because my algorithm doesn't push that content for me. But what pushes that content for me is other people's feedback. So that feedback, if I'm like, oh, this must be something. It could be music. I could be like, oh, this guy dropped this song. This song is like, it's a class song. And I'm like, oh, let me listen to the song. I listen to the song. I'm like, it's it's okay. Or I see a skit. I'm like, it's okay. But I think that's what probably, and I think Dave said it best. Like, I need to, even if I see the comments regarding someone's content or piece of work, eliminate expectation. But it's hard when you see like this is life changing.
That's me. Sorry. No, that's me with music, to be honest, because I will go on Twitter or X as they call it.
Nobody calls it.
Yeah, who's calling it X?
Nobody.
X.
Elon is the only person.
He's a fool. Anyway, no, but like I go on X and like someone drops an album. Oh, this album is sick. This album is amazing. Then I go on Spotify and it's like, it's cool. It's okay, and it's the same thing with also like the other way around. Like on Twitter, they'll like I'm like, do you remember when Captain Conan they did this song? And one of the bars was "You Robber."
Yeah.
I don't think that was that bad. Was that?
It wasn't as bad as everyone was making it out. Yeah. Even like with KSI and think of it, it was on the internet. They killed him.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not great, but it's not bad song.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's like because you're obviously from a content creator side of it. You're saying people are maybe more talented than we see it. Like, what do you think of it? Because we're the consumers, and we understand. Like they just says, numbers don't lie, and a lot of content could be more for Gen Z like people. But like, how when you're creating content, like, what is your thought process, or what do you see in someone else you can say like, okay, this is talent, or like this could be refined? Because for me, a lot of content I see now, and also I say this to Simi as well. Is like, I've been on the internet chronically since I was maybe 17, 18. Okay. So there's a lot. I'm just seeing exactly. So I'm just seeing maybe jokes that I'm 32 this year. So maybe because they're bits of jokes that I've already seen the premise of them 10 years ago, where people are only seeing them for the first time. So they're reacting to that. I was like, I go see a video. I'd be like, oh, I've already seen something like this. So it doesn't hit me in the same way of like someone that. Like my sister's 16 this year, so she's probably just coming on the internet. Yeah, so she's gonna see these jokes for the first time.
She hasn't seen Who Pays on the First Date
exactly. So she's gonna be like, gas. Whereas me, I'm like,
I get that call back.
And I'm like, whereas you, I'm just like, it's cool, but it doesn't move me. Is it because I've also seen a lot of these jokes before? I'd
say it's also that, but also I feel like when I see someone's content, whether it's making skits or anything, I look at how they're writing. There's one guy in UK, his name was Munya or something like that.
Munya's hilarious.
And he's quick as well.
His creativity is next level.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm trying to be like that level of creativity. Because he did one like when Rihanna, I think Rihanna was having a kid, he wrote like a track as Drake. Like, that is creativity. Like, that's what I would say is being talented.
He's a great writer as well.
And I agree.
He's so good.
With Munya, whatever I hear of his content, when I go watch it, it's exactly what I like. The hype I get. He's one of those people. Like, you can tell me like, yo, go check out his thing. Similar with Mo Gilligan. If Mo Gilligan has a bit or a skit, and people tell me check out this Mo Gilligan skit, it always delivers. For me, like maybe they're just different level. Okay. Whereas some content creators, I see the similar level of hype, but I don't see the similar level of delivery to their content.
But do you feel like the likes of a Munya or a Mo, you are their target audience?
Maybe because they're millennials, 30-something-year-olds.
Because with some of the other content creators, I understand like what's called like I see. There's been a lot of Irish TikTokers coming across my page now. Like Izzy Boy comes across my TikTok all the time. I understand that. I'm not his demographic. Like I'm not his target audience. I'm not who he's looking at. Do you get what I'm saying? Every once in a while, I was like, you know what, that was clever, or that was funny, or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? And I could see where the talent is and all that kind of shit. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm torn between.
Is it for me, or
is it just not for me, or is this just objectively not funny?
Yeah. Maybe that's. There's like, but there is some things like I know like Dave used to hate when I said, oh, it's not for me, because it feels, or maybe it was like someone used to hate it anyway, oh, it's not for me because it feels like I'm not giving objective criticism. Because like to your point, numbers don't lie. If 250k people like this video and I'm the one that doesn't, it's like I always say about like plantain. I don't like plantain, but I know I'm wrong because everybody likes plantain. So I can't just be like, oh, 250k people like this video, but because I don't think it's good, doesn't mean it's good. So when I see something like that, I just have to eliminate myself. I'm like, do you know what? This is obviously popular, so it's not for me. But there's something we have to ask. It's like there's objectivity there. Like some things are just not good. Like,
I won't disagree. I won't disagree there. There are some I'm like, this video, I don't know how I got this many views, but I won't hate.
Also,
I won't hate.
How much does work rate put into play?
what you mean?
Because if you're somebody that drops a banger once every 2 months, but you're someone that drops a consistent 3 or a 4 almost daily, is the daily 3 and 4s better than the monthly 8, 9?
I'd say the daily 3 and 4s are better because you know that you're getting that pop consistently, whereas when you're getting that one every... Because I did that as well, where like I went through this thing where like I was doing I was uploading like around 2-3 times a day on TikTok. I'm not doing that again.
Why?
Because it gets to a point when the content that you're doing, you're just doing it to be consistent. You don't actually believe the content that you're doing. Whereas when I did that, if podcasters were part of a cartel, I know that that's a strong video. Or if I do a daily expectations, be like the one with the red room and going in.
Yes.
Like that's a strong video. When I was loading 2-3 times a day, I was uploading just to reach a quota for myself. And then when I watch back, I'm like,
you're following the algorithm.
Yeah,
that's the. When I did that for the podcast, where you had to post 3 times a day. You're just finding any clips. You're just trying to get videos out, and you're like, it doesn't feel.
But then it's the ones that you don't think that are funny. You upload them, and they blow up. I'm like, what do you guys see in this video?
Because I'm not gonna lie, Jordan knows. There's been so many times we've come in here, we're recording, and as soon as we press stop, that was shit, bro. That was horrible. I don't know how anybody's gonna listen to that. 2 weeks later, yo, that's my favorite episode. What the fuck are you talking about? That was shit.
I think what's his name? Gary V says one time. He said, "Quality, end of the day, isn't up to you. It's up to the fans." I'm like, sometimes I do get that because there have been many skits that I've recorded that I don't like, and I just said, "This is so bad." Upload it, leave my phone, come back, 100K views. I'm like, how? And comments, haha, this is so funny. It's so maybe the creators that you're going at saying like, oh, this isn't funny. Maybe they feel the same way sometimes. Because they're also like, this isn't funny, how's it blowing up? But they keep doing it because it's what works.
And also, I heard this week on the podcast, they said, like you were saying, because you felt the need to put out content every day, do you then find that like you're just doing different form of the same content because you just want to be consistent? Because the comedian I was listening to, he said, like, he wanted to be consistently on stage and putting stuff out, but then he'll find out he'll do like, let's say dinner, who pays for dinner on the first date as the bit, and you'll just find another version of that, like, oh, I went out on the first date and she'd want to meet me, like, that kind of way, like, you start, because you're trying so hard to be consistent that you're not living, or not maybe not living, or just like maybe seeing things play out or what's popular in pop culture and be like, say, oh, okay, this is what's popping out, I'll make a skit around that, rather than I need to get something out, okay, this one was more, even subconsciously, you'll know, like, dinner on the first date did well last time, so let me make another one that, like, who sits in the front car, even though it's like, just to be consistent.
But the only thing I can hit you back with that is probably our biggest creator, our most consistent creator, Victor. It's a lot of the same stuff, just in different ways. And
okay, good point.
You really don't care, do you?
No, but it is. It's Victoria and Victor having conversations.
It's relationship
content
over and over again.
Good point.
It bangs every time.
Yes, and it does. But do you not feel like then over the last year we could say it's got a bit stagnant. We're not seeing the pop as much as it was the previous year. Do you not feel like after a while that kind of content also plateaus?
But was that him uploading less?
Yeah, that's maybe a question for him. Because I'm not seeing, like, for me, my algorithm, I'm not seeing him pop up.
No, because I follow.
Yeah, same.
I follow him on Instagram and I follow him on TikTok.
So like in the last, maybe when he was chasing a million,
it should come across my page.
Yeah, so maybe when he was chasing a million, he was more consistent with it. But now that he's got the million, that kind of content, like I'm talking now, we've seen content on the internet since we're 16. Now we're just seeing maybe the same form of the same content in different forms.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that can also happen in that aspect?
Yeah, 100%. I do think it's one of those situations where on one hand you hit that button until it stops working, but on the other hand you can't be beating a dead horse.
Yeah,
so it's finding that balance. You get what I'm saying? Because like I don't know, man. Like I don't know, because like obviously, because between me and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of
yeah,
whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But even though I'm not the biggest fan of his or whatever, yeah, I can still appreciate when I'm like, you know what, that was funny.
Yeah.
Or
At least clever.
And
Even if I don't find it
you know
funny, I
what?
find it clever.
Even if I don't like what you're putting out, I cannot deny work rate. Nigga works hard. Nigga fucking posts all the. Even if I don't follow him and I don't want to see him, I'ma see that nigga. And I hear it, and I'll put my hands up and say that's fucking great. And look, man, you do your thing, you do what you need to do, kind of a situation. But it's just sometimes I don't know. Maybe it's the hater in me, because I'm just looking like
let the hater in you be out, man. Let the hater in you. But let me ask you then, what's your creative process like? Do you know how we're talking about like maybe content going stagnant or finding yourself being like, for lack of a better word, you could become like a caricature because of this was what worked. So I'm just gonna do different. An example people would give was like maybe like Cello was doing the Black and Irish music thing, and after a while it's like, oh, you're doing the same music in different forms. How do you stop yourself from like constantly basically putting out the same content in different forms?
I feel like when the ideas run out.
That's good though.
There was one, I feel like I did one 3 years ago. It was like basically, I did like a parody of Seinfeld. Basically, the girl was breaking up with him and he just says, yeah, cool, I'll meet someone else. And I did like, and that, the first part popped up. I did 4 more parts of that. And I feel like for me, when it comes to content creation in general, it's very hard to find something that works the first time anyways. So when you find something that works, like, oh, this works, let me record more and do more parts and do more, because there are ones where like I did like a Drake rapping one for like Christmas. It took me 3 days to write that. Uploaded it. That it hasn't gone anywhere since. But the one about relationships and dating, those are the ones that seem to pop off.
Yeah, and people pretend they don't want that.
Yeah,
people pretend they want educational, teach me how to make money.
No,
stuff. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
you want me to tell you how to bag a bad bitch. That's what you want.
And it's like, and it's even, and I feel like it's almost for me where like I kind of stop myself from making those videos sometimes because number one, I'm in my house. I'm not really too involved in the dating scene like that. So making these videos is like what the outside perspective is, like what other people go through in dating. I'm making a video on that. But the ones that I want to do, like the podcasters one or different ideas, like I want to show that I can do different aspects. I'm mumbling, man, but anyways.
No, you're speaking well. You're speaking well.
Because I'm not gonna lie, and I think I always go back to Doja Cat is the perfect experience. Is the perfect example. She came in with "Bitch, I'm a cow," moo, stupid, and probably not what she wanted to do in terms of like, oh, I want to get my creative processes and my creative juices flowing. But sometimes it's just about, yo, do what makes people look at you. Once they start looking at you and caring, then you can show, oh, by the way, repost that shit from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, she has, bro, everybody just keep putting your content out, man. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, no, there's no rules for this.
We're not getting paid. Everyone posts.
But there's something I want to talk about that we didn't talk about last week. When I was in Manchester and I was chilling on my way to Manchester, Burna Boy is out here wilding.
No by Lambo. Why I shout them dick. Them dick.
But I love Jizz when it's not to do with me.
Everyone does.
Yeah, when I'm not, the way I was there. For people that missed what happened, so there was a girl, I think her name is Sophie. She's
Hey.
Woo!
hey.
Take a touch.
Buy the Lambo.
Take a touch.
Buy the fucking Lambo.
See, this one, Deji can't have money. This one, Deji can't have money. You don't see 4 girls on island with Lambos. This guy.
You know when Future says if she doesn't have an AP, she's not one of mine. She belongs to the streets.
This guy, take a touch. Take it. Control the phone. This guy
Man.
is crazy. This guy. I legally cannot agree with Deji. Legally, by law.
The only person you're buying Lambo for is that.
Yeah.
This guy is crazy.
She's waiting.
Oh.
But yeah, so
Go ahead.
Sophie is an influencer based. I think she's based in Nigeria. So she a voice recording, a phone call recording came out that she was talking to one of her girlfriends. That basically she was saying Burna Boy was on her case. Burna Boy.
A bit. Let me just see if I can. Because I feel like I'm away from the mic a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
Burna Boy.
get comfortable, bro.
Yeah.
If you want, you can pull it around the side and then make the thing longer.
Oh, can you? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Big pause. Long pause, actually.
Yeah, what's called? You see this up? No, the other side.
Oh, this side.
Yeah, there.
And then you can pull it closer towards you. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Burna Boy was obviously on her case. Wait, do you want to do it for him?
Jordan, let me do it.
Yeah, because I don't know much about this. Jordan, keep going. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to say, so when Burna Boy was on her case, and Burna Boy was saying like, look, obviously an attractive girl. Burna Boy was trying to call her, and she wasn't on it. She was saying like, Burna Boy was seeing her in a club and say, come back to my house, and she was like, nah, she went home. But then he's trying to blow up.
Thanks, bro.
He's trying to blow up her phone, and she said she turned off her phone and went to bed. Obviously, then Burna's like getting annoyed, like, because his ego's kind of getting a little bit bruised. I was like, I'm Burna Boy, and this girl doesn't want anything to do with me. So she then kind of, I think, says in passing that she's trying to buy a Lambo truck or something. Burna Boy's like, is a Lambo truck what you want? I could have patterned that for you. It's calm, like, fair enough. Time goes by, she sees Burna in a club again. She says, that night, she decided I'm going to follow him home, and whatever happens. And she says, we knocked. So that's what she doesn't do. And then after that happens, she's trying to bail Burna for this Lambo. Burna's not answering. Now, this then goes on the internet. We're all laughing.
Yeah, because it was a leaked phone call.
It was a leaked phone call, yeah. Well, this goes on the internet, and we're all laughing and kikiing. And people, obviously, the men are like, yeah, one for the man. They call it the brotherhood. So they call it brotherhood.
This gender war thing, yeah.
And then the other side are like, this is excited, like, this is why you can't trust man. This whole thing's happening on the internet again. I don't know why we just can't come and laugh at this situation, because she's fine. At the end of the day, she bought her Lambo truck. He's still Burna Boy. It's only us on the internet here doing mad thing pieces and like on like people are saying, oh, this is prostitution, etc. I was thinking about this from a standpoint of like, I don't think people actually understand how like transactional sex is a lot of the times. Never mind like direct transaction. Even people that are like married, they be like, I haven't got some in a while. I'm gonna take her out, take her for dinner. There's that saying, at least buy me dinner first. No, that saying exists for a reason. It's just people will be uncomfortable. Like someone is courting someone and they wanna they wanna have sex with them for the first time or whatever. They'll do the most. Rent hotels, have like everything.
Balloons on the wall.
Balloons on the walls, everything. And that night they might get some. It's just more icky to be like, do you know what? Instead of doing all that, I'll give you €500, skip all that, and just we can step to the step. I think on the internet people have this illusion that like they don't actually realize how transactional sex actually can be a lot of times. It's disgusting to just say, I'll buy you a Lambo if you had sex with me. Because if you did buy her the Lambo and they had sex, nobody would. It wouldn't be anything. I just think it's because you didn't buy her the Lambo. So what did you guys think of Burna Boy using the girl?
Honestly, you know what? Yeah, like the way people went off about this. Yeah. I'm just like, first of all, if it's prostitution or it's not prostitution, who gives a fuck? What is it? The niggas that are like, oh, he didn't buy the Lambo, it win for us. Nigga, you didn't knock. It wasn't like, I just don't give it. I just don't, because I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If I had some pumps and I could get a Lambo,
this is what I was saying. Remember we talked about Joy Taylor working her way up. My other point was like, men are rarely ever in a position where they can
sleep upwards
or sleep to get stuff, whereas women are. A lot of that when Joy Taylor thing was going out, a lot of men were saying, wait, all I had to do was sleep and I would have been a progressive career. A lot of men don't know, like, if you could sleep with someone, if someone offered you, if you sleep with me, I'll buy you a Lambo. A lot of men don't think that, like, it's just because you're not in that situation most of your life, so it's easier for you to judge. You're saying, I wouldn't do that, or the person that does that is a bad person.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm saying it now. I'm not doing it.
Morals elf, man.
I am not doing it.
Lambo truck.
I'm not doing it. I don't even like Lambos, man.
Morals elf.
Ira Star says sleeping for a Lambo truck. Nah. I'm gonna say no. You do it for free. This guy's not capping.
I'm waiting for marriage.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
Okay. You. Thames says, use the Lambo truck you want. Just come back with me and I'll buy you the Lambo.
Brother, it could be a Tesco meal deal. I'm
that
going.
Was my other point. There's so many people. Like I think
that's
Ross,
a downfall right there. That's a downfall right there.
I think Ross was saying this on their pod. Yeah, he says obviously the dating scene. What happens a lot is it's like, even if women want to have sex with men, yeah, they just don't want to just do it because they still want to get maybe something out of it, even if it was like a night out or something, because then they don't want to feel used. So at worst, like, women still have sex with men because they can and because they want to. Now, then they start to feel used, so they're like, nah, I might as well. That's what they're saying. At least buy me dinner first. At least then, so I don't get to feel used by this transaction. But if you're in a position where you want to have sex with this person anyways, like I'm saying, Ira Star, Thames, and you get to get a Lambo on top of it.
Mm-hmm. And plus, you know the other part about it.
We should stop lying.
And you know the other part about it, yeah. I'm gonna get shamed for having sex for love, and I'm gonna get shamed for having sex for Lambo. I'm getting shamed regardless.
And after 2 days, 3 days, are we still? Who cares about Burna Boy?
Like, I don't know, man.
Who cares about
If
Burna
he
Boy?
doesn't turn that into an actual song, I'll be vexed. That has to be a hit song with her in the video.
And you know, someone put a production on it, yeah, and it sounded like a Burna song. It sounded like a Burna
That's
song.
a Burna song.
Yeah.
It's like,
In conclusion, I'm not mad at Sophie. I'm not mad at
I'm not
Burna.
mad- look.
This is the game. If she got her Lambo truck, I was like, yeah, don't. If you
bro,
propose a Lambo
look,
truck.
get it how you can. You
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
All of you, like all of you aunties that are on the internet saying, "Oh, prostitution, this, that, using people, blah blah." Everybody's using everybody, man. Get over it, fuck it. Like you
Sex
girls,
is a lot more transactional
bro,
than people actually think.
bro.
The people think it's a
All
lot
these
more
girls
transactional.
that are on a high horse. What? She's gonna knock somebody for a Lambo, blah blah. This is how you're a whore. You're
You
this.
knock someone for
You got-
Nando's meal.
bro.
Also-
I'm telling you,
also-
and you get called a whore as well.
Also, the price of inflation on box Lambo truck. Lambo, nigga used to buy Domino's in
I won't
2000.
lie, that is very audacious to ask for.
Hey,
No, she didn't. To be fair, he offered.
he
offered it. Yeah, he offered.
Like you said, like you said earlier on.
Okay.
Sometimes, like Gary Vee said, sometimes the price is set by the audience. And if somebody's willing to buy a Lambo truck to knock,
Yeah.
it's worth the Lambo truck.
And to be like, and lastly, like, I don't know why the internet gives a fuck who people sleep with and what for what. I don't.
Do you get what I'm
I don't know. Like, I don't know why you care who people sleep with and what was the price. I always think we're gonna look this to the guys of entertainment. We're gonna laugh. Like Burna Boy is gonna put out that song. Is that what you're shouting?
I thought it
We're
was
laughing.
I thought it was marketing first time around.
Yeah.
I thought like he had like a song, and he did that just for PR. But then I'm seeing this is an actual full-on bleach phone call.
Shout out Burna though.
And
He is who he thinks he is.
And you know the thing that always makes me laugh, yeah, are the niggas that be going on the internet saying, who does she think she is, asking for a Lambo? Nigga, if you can't afford the Lambo, leave the girl alone.
And if you could afford a Lambo to offer girls that you want to knock, you probably would.
You would.
Not you, Sean. No, Deji would.
Hey, I love the disclaimer.
No, but it is. If it's always easier to judge when you're not in the position. That
I can agree with that.
It's
You know,
always easier
that,
to judge.
that I can agree.
It's
with.
always easier to
Because
judge.
Adekunle Gold went on 90s Babies and said, before I had money, all of this designer, I didn't like it.
Huh?
But as soon as he could afford it, all of a sudden he liked it.
Yeah, he bought it.
I think Wheezy from Horrible Decisions said she's like, I didn't think I liked designers until I could buy them. Then I was like, let me put a nice wash on my top. So I'm not like
Do you get what I mean?
I feel like I don't know who said this, but it's like what was the quote again? They were saying like about like poor people, like it's easy to say no when you don't have the resources to agree to do certain things. If you had the resources,
bro, you just saw Deji when we brought up Sophie. We lost composure on the whole pod. The whole pod we had to reel it back in. We had to reel it back.
You know, it's just so funny, yeah. When it's like the niggas that would be paying and like for girls bottles, buying girls holidays, surgeries, whatever. They're never the niggas online complaining.
Yeah.
It's always the niggas that can't afford it that are complaining on their behalf.
Men have offered less to sleep with less attractive women.
I've offered more.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Men have offered more to sleep because this whole I get it. On the internet, sometimes it's easier to feel righteous or to feel like you're the better person for men or women to feel like, oh, why is she putting her body out there for prostitution? Knowing well, I think there's a joke about this. Like you got fingered by the waiter. Like she's trying to sleep for a Lambo with Burna Boy. So it's always easier to judge and to make yourself feel like I'm the good person here. I wouldn't have taken Burna's offer on the Lambo until Burna offers you a Lambo.
And also,
offer Burna's you a Lambo.
celebrities move different.
Oh,
yeah, also with that waiter, you might be the love of that waiter's life, but Burna, you might not remember your name tomorrow. Might as well get a song
So
out.
is the give and take worth it? Oh, Lambo truck, actually, never mind.
No, and that's the question. Is if a transaction is worth it for both parties, do what you got to do. If you think me sleeping with Burna is worth me getting a Lambo, do what you got to do. If you think me giving this girl a Lambo is worth me having a night with her, do what you got to do.
Exactly, like I just don't understand why niggas are why people are so pressed.
Yeah,
Like people are so
I'm
pressed
telling
over.
you, the same guys who want to sleep with a girl, they be saying, "Oh, take her to the IV, then we get her." Blah, blah, blah. They'll promise all of that but then for them it doesn't feel as transactional because you spend 500. You spend 500 pounds
You
on
know
one
what?
night.
Yeah,
you spend 500 pounds one night. But it's only because if you said, "Let me just give you that 500 pounds, skip all of this," then it feels more icky. But if you take it to the best restaurant, you take it to the best hotels, and then you get some. In your brain, you don't think that like, oh, there was no transaction behind it.
Yeah,
It was.
Because
it was.
the niggas are sliding into the girls' DM. Let me take you out. You don't want like these are the same niggas that don't want to take the girl out. You just want to knock.
Bro. Anyway,
I'm tired of niggas, man.
Shut up, I'm sick of these niggas.
What's called some Irish gist.
Oh, okay.
Irish.
Are they gonna tell us to remove this one?
No. This one they will tell us to remove.
Okay.
So apparently, allegedly, there's some niggas out here frauding one woman that's making cakes.
Explain.
I saw this.
Explain. I saw it, but I don't know what's going on. What's happening there?
So I think essentially, right? I think they're just banging CC on her. So they'd order the cake. They'd order the cake, pay with a credit card or whatever. The cake will be delivered, whatever, and then a couple days or weeks later, whoever owns the card or the bank will come back and be like, "Oh, that was reported as stolen. Gives that money back." Kind of a situation. And this woman, she goes online. And she was like, she put the nigga's name there. She put his video.
I didn't see all of this.
I didn't see this.
I just saw a tweet. It's her cake service.
It's her cake service. It's her cake service. She's in Ireland. Like I think she's
But
big.
quick question:
she's big enough, like,
how much are these cakes that they're getting frauded? How much are these cakes?
Cakes run expensive.
Like, if you like, what's the range?
She said she's been frauded 3 times. Hold on, let me see if I can find her page. She said she's been frauded 3 times. But look, let's just say cake can be expensive, sure. But yeah,
Enough to be frauded.
See, that's the thing, yeah.
Like, is it but to be fraud? Like,
Okay,
come on.
but the thing is, you say that, but we've seen niggas bang dominoes.
What an era.
Understandable.
What an era.
What
What an era. You're just chilling there and then $4 of Domino's come to your house.
And you know, everybody gets a pizza, a side, a dessert, everything.
When you're watching,
thank God I'm not.
when you're watching YouTube. Because Netflix, people didn't have Netflix then. What an era. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
But yeah, so hold on, let me see if I can find the page. What's it called? Do some promo the live show.
Oh yeah, okay. Live show, 27th of April at the Sugar Club. Come join us, me, Deji, and the Kings will still be in Iron to run the show. We're gonna fill out the card. It's gonna be a great time. Pull up, and yeah, if you know anybody that wants to sponsor the show, or if you know anybody that wants to give giveaways at the show, come and chat to us. We'll be I think the 27th of April at the Sugar Club. Pull up, man, and have a good time while they get to sell.
Okay,
So-
I know. Let me. Okay, I think I found it.
Okay, yeah. And if you're here already, comment, like, and subscribe. Especially comment. Let's see what you guys want. If you guys want to see anybody on the pod before we wrap up, and you want us to talk to anybody, you think anybody would be a good guest for us, or anybody has anything to promote, I think there's maybe 7 or 8 episodes left. Let us know, because we've talked to everybody that we want to talk to, so we want to see more interesting people that maybe you guys wanted to talk to, or we'll just start bringing back Fiona and Goody again. Sorry.
Okay, so
If you're Nigerian abroad and you've seen this video, please don't scroll. Please help me. So I'm a small business owner.
I'm trying to see how much she got.
This man is Nigerian. His name is Abiodun.
Yeah, relax.
My
Allegedly.
small business 4 times. I have reported.
Okay, so she doesn't give her a price, but essentially what they're doing is it's just regular CC shit. You order the cake, you pay with a credit card or whatever, shit gets delivered. A couple of days later, whoever owns the card realize, hey, that wasn't me. Report that for fraud. Come, charge back, take the money back. Tale as old as time, whatever. But she was like, obviously she's delivered the cakes and all of that, and it's happened to her 4 times now, and she's kind of like being apprehensive. Like every time, the first time is like okay, second time she's kind of like, because they're using new pages, new emails, new all of that to try and do everything. Yeah, is it that deep?
For cakes? Like, no, it shouldn't be that deep.
Is it that deep on which end?
No, on her end, is that deep?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm losing money.
For that, and I don't understand why you're doing it for cake.
Because
I
thought isn't part of it we fraud the big corporations, not the young small creators, man.
Since we're doing this, do you think it's like, all right, let's train? We're training.
Nah.
Let's start small, and then we'll scale as we go along.
Because you know what, I low key think, yeah, it's one of them situations where man has little girl on the side, and it's like, oh, it's your birthday, let me order you a cake.
Or it's your friend's birthday, it's like, I'll take care of the cake.
Don't worry about that, babes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be with someone, you don't know this is what they do.
I think someone got arrested recently, and I can't remember if that was like the only time their partner find out that like all the wealth was based on fraud.
Yeah, but also,
Oh, yeah,
like,
no.
if we're keeping a book, some people just don't care.
That's like Sopranos.
point,
Carmela
yes.
knows what Tony's doing, but because she gets to live a certain lifestyle, it's like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go away
but
from
the
that.
thing
I'm
with
gonna go
Carmela
away
that's annoying. After a while, you catch your conscience, and now all of a sudden, oh, pastor, this is all wrong. Priest, this is all wrong. How am I gonna make him atone for his sins? Fuck off,
because
Bro.
people have a right to change their perspective in life as they get
bro.
older. As you get older,
when
people
you were
have a right
taking the
to
guns, when you were taking the AKs out of the ceiling, you didn't know.
But isn't that the problem in power that Tasha didn't want Ghost to catch consciousness?
Yeah. No. I look.
Isn't that the issue that
No,
Natasha didn't want Ghost to leave the game?
back. I don't blame Ghost one bit. nah, I told you I want to get out the game.
You told me nah.
You told me you're good for 7 blocks and that's it. Oh, okay, wait. Hold on. International Women's Day. I'm a fight for women.
Okay.
Ghost was cheating before that. He was cheating before that.
Was he? No,
Yes.
she did it first.
Was he?
With
No.
Sean.
She did her fuckery first.
Yeah.
But also, while she was doing that, he was chasing Angela in the club.
Yeah.
And saying, "Yo, let's link tomorrow." So in the first episode, they both fucked up. And then
First episode. But do you think if she supported him to leave the game, he would still have?
he saw his first love and he wanted that shit back instantly. Like when he saw her in the club, because I remember the scene.
Sorry.
I remember the scene.
That's
He
the
was
one.
standing up there doing his thing,
Red
and
dress.
then she's walking with a red dress to the club. And he said, and my nigga went. He sprinted. He ran down. But yeah,
I forgot where we were.
anyways.
Oh, CC and cake.
Yeah, but yeah.
Nah, I
So
don't.
now niggas are CC cake raw.
If you're going to take a risk like that, go hard or go home.
Yeah,
But if you're going to take a, because the sentence might be the same anyways. If you're going to take a risk and to defraud someone,
maybe they're practicing.
right?
Well,
Because
isn't there practicing?
Isn't
Maybe
that what
they're-
Domino's is for?
Maybe they done dominoes. I said let's try cakes.
This okay, but at least let's do it to the big corporations.
Yeah.
We don't do it to women just
I
like-
didn't offer
Allegedly,
demographic.
by the way.
yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
no,
bro.
No.
She, like
Nah, you can't do that.
No,
if
when-
it's like Robin,
look,
Hood-
look at the video of him she posted.
Wait, let's see it. Wait, let's see it. Oh, this is the guy.
Oh, we just did today.
What time is it?
the video's right here. No, I'm joking.
Hardly. If you do that, I was never here. I was never
Bro,
here.
before niggas start pulling up on the live show.
I'm getting a one-way flight out of here. I'm not involved, man.
Oh, no, man.
No, I get that. If you're going to do some Robin Hood shit, when you know Robin Hood steal from the rich to give to the poor, I can kind of like hear it more. But if you look like us and you're doing it to us, I think you're more of a piece of shit. Is that bad?
No,
It's not bad. If you look like
facts.
us and you're doing it to us, I just think you're more of a piece of shit.
no, 100%
But
facts.
if you're like, you know what, this Elon Musk and Tesla are cooking already, let me go get them. I was already doing it.
Also, can we get Elon the fuck out of here? Because no, you know why? Yeah,
We can't, it's
No,
powerful.
because you know what? Yeah, I genuinely think this guy bought Twitter just so everybody can see his tweets.
Oh yeah.
I tried to mute the nigga and he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
there
No,
every day.
no, definitely.
I only looked up his net worth like a couple weeks ago. This man is worth over 400 billion.
Yeah. Because what happens is, it's just since obviously I watched Succession, since rich people, what they do is they buy news outlets so they can control the narrative of what the news is. The biggest news outlet right now is X.
true, yeah.
That's why everybody gets it. So that's he bought it. So he's controlling the narrative of what we consume and what we see, and basically not rigging the election, but influencing the elections
But
largely.
does anyone just notice like how the PR for Elon just completely changed over the years?
Yeah, because
Because before he used to be like the chill billionaire.
yeah. He
all
was
of
very.
that.
He came across very like, oh, he's gonna change the game. He's gonna invent some shit.
But
And
then
they
he
aligned
eventually
himself
just
with-
turned out to be the same old rich.
Yeah, but once again, like I feel like people see people that have money and all of a sudden they think they're gonna be a certain kind of person,
Yeah.
and they start putting like, bro, man, like you say, they're not here to save you, bro.
No, like they said money doesn't change you. It just amplifies who you are.
Well, yeah. I was gonna ask you. You're a big WWE fan, yeah?
Oh, yes.
What do you think of John Cena going heel?
I said it's about freaking time. Let me know. This is my
cook.
podcast now. This is my podcast now. No, I'll be so real because the way they were going with the build-up,
Yeah.
I said we can't have two faces go headline WrestleMania. So I thought it was gonna be Cody.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
But then when John Cena hugged him and change
And
facial
Rock-
expression.
Yeah, why did he do
And
that?
then Rock-
Yeah. Why did he? No. He went like,
yeah, he's like,
and then he went like to his face.
Why did you do this, bro?
What's going on?
I love wrestling, man.
To see it's like to a resurgence into the mainstream because for the 10-year window where I wasn't really like seeing it much, but over the last 3 years I just keep seeing more and more WWE shit.
And now that they're on Netflix,
Yes.
bro, this is the first time in my life that I can, if I wanted to, I could freely watch.
In Manchester, that's what we did in the morning. The morning we woke up, I think Sunday morning. We were like, oh, do you know something? You just can't be arsed scrolling through YouTube. Just put on Elimination Chamber. It's like, just put that on. Yeah. But I was like, I just liked it being because for ages, that was like one of the first mornings I woke up in a long time, and WWE was the dominant thing on my timeline. Whether it be Twitter or flipping Instagram, I just kept seeing John Cena.
My Twitter is just wrestling.
Yeah.
My newsfeed is just wrestling.
Once you get into it,
I've been so like I got into wrestling around. I'd say because we used to do the moves and
three brothers, three sisters.
We actually got
Emily
to
can get it.
we actually got through the games. So I was playing the games before
SmackDown
the show.
versus Raw.
Yeah. So what happened then? But the thing is, we couldn't watch the full show because we didn't have Sky Sports.
Facts.
So I actually grew up like my first like full show was actually TNA.
Same.
On the wrestling channel.
AJ
Styles, Christopher Daniels.
Samoa Joe,
And then fucking, and what's his name?
Team 3D.
And Kurt Angle came as
Kurt
well.
Angle.
Nigga defended like 3 belts in one night. I said, hey.
That was because we were flicking through the channels and we saw TNA wrestling cross the line, and and we were hooked in immediately. But I think we got Sky Sports around 2012, and that's when we started to watch Raw, and then since then I've been locked in. Now there was a period in wrestling where it was very dry. It was very dry. But then stop. You know what it is? It's because for years when TNA kind of went under, WWE was like the only mainstream wrestling promotion left. So when Cody Rhodes left WWE in 2016, I think
AEW.
And then now the competition. So they have no choice but to be on their toes and be better, create better storylines. I feel like the resurgence really came around was when during lockdown Roman Reigns came out as the tribal chief.
Yeah.
That's when we were like, okay, we're back.
It's coming back into the mainstream more and
finally
more. And Brock Lesnar, was that when he went back as well to challenge Roman Reigns, or was that did he come back before that?
It came after that. It came at SummerSlam.
Yes. I remember it came going. That's kind of where like I used to be, because Deji asked me the other day, did you watch wrestling on your yoga? Like, what is this guy talking about? I'm
just never sure.
I used to be mad into it as well, and there was a period where a lot of they went all like Batista's going Hollywood, John Cena's making movies. They all just like start doing, and it kind of left like a void for stars. And then what I was saying now is like I still feel like we lean on like the John Cenas, the Rocks. Do you think they'll build more stars as well now that it's back popular again?
We definitely have we've been building stars. We building stars.
It's like his team.
Yes, we.
Like Jey Uso.
The same way he might say, "Oh, Arsenal, we're playing." No, this is we build stars. No, because we have like Cody Rhodes. Obviously, like he's like that's why John Cena took so long to turn heel, because it's like if I turn heel, who's gonna take that next babyface position? Now there's Cody Rhodes. Now there's Jey Uso. There's LA Knight. There's Damian Priest. There's all these different. I'm getting into this too much.
Wait.
No, get into it, bro.
For context, babyface is the good guy.
Good guy. Heel is the bad guy.
Bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what? Wrestling, can skip this one, but anyways. But yeah, so I feel like now for the longest time, and also John Cena, it's his final year, and they've been building people up anyways. So I feel like now that he's turned heel, if you think about it, it's a sign of respect in his part, because it's like finally there's someone that can take my place.
Okay, because he had to be the company's babyface because he was the marketable guy that they sold to.
But now there's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be it's a lot better now.
You see, after the whole after the Attitude Era and everything became so cookie cutter, you couldn't have blood, you couldn't swear.
Do you also think? That's a good.
Do you
point.
think that's why it kind of went down? Because wrestling was, I think part of it being so good is just how outrageous
it was. It was like literally like fuck you.
What? Suck it.
At the same time, you can't really blame them because they went PG after the whole Chris Benoit situation. I don't know if you know about that.
And do you think it also
I remember the day in school.
I don't know if you know about that. I was there with you until 2008, 2009. Then I left you. Then I left you. Because you also think it's like that's such a good point. You also because we did enter cancel culture where you couldn't say or do things, so they could maybe be outlandish. And as we are with like likes of Trump, we've talked about this. As we are coming out of the cancel culture a bit more, people are saying things again and do you also think that reflects them to allow them to make better content? Because we used to say like comedy, people don't make good comedies anymore, right? Because to make funny jokes you have to be able to freely express yourself. Like we haven't had a good comedic movie since maybe Hangover, because people can't, like PC culture maybe killed good comedy. You also think that maybe played a part in like the product that we were in cancel culture.
It did play a part in it because like everything was being nitpicked, and also after that whole situation happened, sponsors were pulling out very quickly. But now that they're on Netflix, it's just the subscribers now. That really pay the money off.
Yes,
because Cody swore.
Yeah,
said, "Hey,
go
bro,
fuck
go
yourself."
And I watched that like, huh?
Wait, you can say this shit again?
You can say this now?
Nah, every year, even if I don't watch, January till April,
That
I'm
build up?
engaged. The road to WrestleMania from Royal Rumble it used to
Yeah.
be no way out in February, but like
Okay.
to Elimination Chamber, I'm always like I'm here because The Rock comes back, John Cena comes back. I love a good promo.
Yeah,
I
but
love
now
a good
John
promo.
Cena
It's
is
a good
coming
promo.
back on the 17th of March, so we're gonna see a new theme song probably, maybe a new haircut, new theme song. Oh no!
They're saying the
Shout out
Doctor of
WWE,
Thugonomics is coming back. If
I don't think-
John Cena can't come back rapping now, is
No, well, the guy, but no, they asked him about that. He said, "Bro, I'm 47. I can't do this anymore."
You actually believe in WWE retirements though?
I believe no. For him, I'll tell you why I believe, because he's very much like, I don't know if you watched Total. Basically, there was this reality show.
Total Divas.
Total Divas.
With his missus.
Yeah.
The Bella twin.
That guy is-
I've been here.
That guy is very like scheduled. Okay,
Yeah,
if I do
yeah,
this,
yeah.
I feel like when he says
Structure.
something, he's
he's really saying I'm out.
But one thing I can say about wrestling is it's an art form that you can't get anywhere else, in
What
my
you mean?
opinion. No, because for me, I just feel like with wrestling, it's like, look, someone has to jump, catch a guy's head between his legs, flip him over in one take.
Okay.
There's no cut, back to one, take two. Yeah, you have to do all this in one take. And also, I feel like when people complain about, oh, wrestling is fake, it doesn't hurt, I'm like, you've completely missed the messaging behind wrestling. It's storytelling.
Yeah, I always tell
It's
Deji,
storytelling.
Yeah.
And also, even wrestling, like, I look at it like, oh, the way he tucked his chin so he wouldn't land badly, or the way he jumped and he caught him so that they would like. I look at it as, okay, how are these guys protecting each other well in the ring as well? And how well you do that means how good of a wrestler you are as well.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
And also, to be fair, like you talk about fake, but you can't fake a nigga jumping off a ladder to jump through another ladder. Like you can't fake
I think
that.
someone was defending WWE.
Thank you.
He said like people say, "Oh, it's fake," and then his point was like, "Yeah, but so is every show. It's all fiction." It's like Game of Thrones isn't real. There's no real dragons. You just enjoy the storytelling.
Yeah, I call it scripted rather than fake.
Yeah,
I call it scripted.
I think they prefer that term because I know Cody was on Flagrant and Andrew kept calling it fake, and then he was like cringing a bit. And he called him and says, "Look, we just say it's scripted or sports
Because
entertainment."
when
We
he
don't call
came
it
out,
fake.
Cody came out in Hell in a Cell 2022, I believe, with a torn pec.
Yeah,
And he did a
And then you
45-minute match.
Yeah, you see the bruising.
You
Yeah,
can't fake
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
can't fake
Nah,
that.
because like I think it is just one of those things that people that don't like watch wrestling and shit like that, like if you come in once, like every once in a while, you don't have the little nuances of like, because I know like obviously with the bloodline and everything, the story of like, okay, this guy, he's gonna be the chief, and then he's got the two brothers underneath him, and then you can see like one match, why is he side-eyeing him? Like it's the little thing, and then it's like, okay, wait, hold on, he doesn't like that. One day they're gonna turn on this nigga, and then eventually you wait. A year goes by, and he's like, oh shit, it's finally happening.
That was like
He's
the
turning,
story
he's
of
turning.
Evolution where they did a gimmick that Batista turned on Triple H, but he didn't really because there was a story within. But the crowd reacted to it. The crowd popped and they were like, "Oh, the crowd! This is what the crowd want." And then they went, and it's just about how they tell. Like you're saying, with anything, it's about how you tell the story, how you message it. Because for pro wrestling to be this big for this long, like we're saying, there's definitely a demographic.
There's got to be something there.
Shout out Cena though.
Yeah, shout out Cena, man. Shout out WWE. Keep doing your. I have to go to a show at least one time.
Yeah, same.
They
We
announced,
said that
you know
last
what it
week.
is?
Same.
They announced a PLE in Paris.
Oh, okay.
I would love to go, but because the French crowd is insane.
I watched them for the UFC and they're insane.
French crowd
and
is
just singing. They
crazy.
start singing their national anthem. I saw a video actually. Speaking of the crowd, Edge came out and the whole crowd started saying "On this day" in Australia.
I see
And
clear.
in my head, I was like, it's because of people like my age that grew up watching him. We can afford to go to these shows now, so we're just living our
I want to
childhood
go to
dreams.
these shows, but it was like what 400 for a ticket.
In
It's
the
like,
nosebleeds. That's what I was telling them last week. In the
No, 'cause
nosebleeds.
I wanted to go to the because they're doing I think SmackDown, I don't know, and Raw I think in the UK, and I said okay, let me just see how much it is. The seat is like all the way and it's like £400.
Yeah, that's what
I said,
I was telling you.
You might as well be watching at home.
That's what, yeah, Bean
Yeah.
wanted to go as well, and he's the one that showed us the tickets. And he showed us a screenshot of where his seat would be, and we said yes. Turn it on Netflix,
it's
man.
not worth it.
What's called? Let's wrap up this. What's called
Yeah.
wrestling talk. Favorite wrestler ever
Of all time.
Of all
All
time.
time.
I'll tell you who my
Can we
least
do
favorite is.
Can we do top three?
We can do top
you
three.
do
Who's your
top
least
three,
favorite? Who's your least favorite?
Evolution's Triple H. He terrorized me. Why does this nigga keep winning?
Reign of Terror.
How do you guys have all the belts? Oh my god, he had a belt. Randy Orton had a belt. Batista had a belt. Ripley, young me was so frustrated. I was like 8 years old just because I thought it was real then because I was like 8. So he was the heel. So he was the bad guy, and that's a good thing about wrestling. He made me feel because I still remember the frustration I had towards Triple H so every time I see that Reign of Terror, I'm like, fuck this guy.
You know who I
He's my least
hated?
favorite.
You know who I hated?
Who?
Great Khali. Because how the fuck you beat him up? No. The nigga's like 7 foot. I
couldn't move.
And he just did this. And niggas fall.
Just slap. Nah, do you guys know Santino
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Who's your top three?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I can never forget. I spit in the face of those who are not
Carlito. You know Xerxes from United. That's what they call him.
I'm not gonna lie. We're nerding the fuck out right now.
I swear. And I love it. I love it.
Sorry.
And that's what you get. April 27th. You don't get range like this anywhere else.
get me.
Make sure you buy your tickets.
I bought my tickets.
First person.
Shake my hand.
Shake.
Be like fucking Sean, man. Buy your fucking tickets.
Buy two.
Bring a friend.
Tell your friend to bring another friend.
Bring your friend and your up.
Come on. But yeah,
bring
wrap it
it
up. Top three. You know
Top
your
three, honestly, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, John Cena.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel
Bryan in the yes movement, in his peak. Oh, there was nothing like it.
Yeah, I missed that one. Mine would be Eddie Guerrero because I remember him going to win the. I think it would be Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah.
And Batista.
I never liked Kurt Angle.
I watched his documentary. Watch it. It's so good.
He was good.
Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy for the streets, man.
They said Jeff Hardy is every black person's favorite.
They said it was popular than Obama.
Jeff Hardy. I gotta go Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
And Stone Cold is just too iconic. That
Stone Cold, that glass.
The glass breaking.
Anywhere in the world.
Also, okay, wait. And I know young me might have been gullible. But is the person in the crowd just waiting for the beer? And why is it a perfect throw every time?
Yeah,
he always catches it. Always catches it. No, the stunner when they drink beer, middle finger, kicks it. We can do
the video forever. Let's go.
What's called? You know what I was thinking about the other day, right? It's great that you have a couple siblings. I don't know for you because your mom was at home a lot of the time.
Yeah. So.
What's called? Do you remember back in the day? Yeah, when your parents would leave you at home. And they'd be like, "Don't put the door for anybody."
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Did you have those times?
Yeah.
Do kids still have these times with hybrid working and shit like that?
Oh, and also because our generation should be a bit different because we could leave. Like our parents couldn't leave us anywhere. They didn't have like family in-laws or other families of. They just we're the only black people in this town. We can't leave you at anybody's house. Stay here. Don't open the door.
Come home from school.
Yeah.
Lock the door. Don't open the door for anybody. Because I remember there was one time, one auntie was knocking the door. This one was probably knocking the door for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Bro, she had to call my mom for my mom to call the house to be like, yo, let her in.
Because now, even in my estate, there's little black neighbors and they could be like, look, I just need to pop out. Do you mind him staying here for 2 minutes? So we kind of have that, whereas I don't think our parents have that as much. I don't know if our kids are going to have that.
Because I'm not going to lie, that shit builds responsibility.
Yeah, it does. It
really makes you feel like, you're the baby, you understand. They took care of you.
Did they pick on you?
Was it?
Did they pick
Oh,
your
hell
siblings?
yeah, man.
Actually, wait. How was it growing up with, how many siblings do you have?
5.
I got 5.
How was it growing up with 5 siblings and being the youngest as well?
You know what it is? So I feel like growing up with all those siblings, like obviously the age gap it was pretty significant between all of them. So they were out doing their thing and...
So, okay, what's the age gap between the first and you?
Jesus, man.
Because the first and my last one is 15 years, me and my sister.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So there's I would say there's around... There's a 10 plus year age gap between me and the oldest.
Yeah, that makes sense. 6.
That's not that crazy though.
Yeah, okay, because even if you do 2 years, it'll be at least
Wait,
10.
no.
10,
how old is the oldest?
I think 35.
That's not
36.
Oh, 30. Oh, that's
36.
Similar age.
I might have got the age wrong. I'm sorry in advance.
There's too many ages to remember.
There's too many ages to remember. I can there are some people's birthdays my family. I have to put it on my calendar. There's some people I can't remember all these birthdays.
Well, yeah, how was it though? Growing up,
it was cool because obviously they did pick on me a little bit. My brother would call me fat head.
I can see why.
Damn.
It's either that, or he would just punch me, or he would just punch me randomly, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Just because he can, just because he wants to.
Build character.
Yeah, I guess so. Build character.
It makes me strong. There's one of my friends. I couldn't go to his house without leaving with a bruise. His older brother will fuck me up, bro.
He's testing his strength on you guys. Well, with the sisters as well, would they pick on you? Was that dynamic different to the boys?
No, I say it's it's okay. Like the sisters, they were just doing their own thing. It's my brothers that were a bit different. My sisters in general, I feel like they were obviously their girls. They were busy doing their own, they were doing their own thing. All of them, I feel like when they got old enough, they were obviously going out and doing all these things. I was at home. I was at home, so that's how the skits came about. Because I was at home, I would watch the Don't Jealous Me's, the A-Dots, Clifford Owusu, Sam Speddy, the Touts, African Ace, all these people, Crazy Clown, and then they would come home. I play these videos. Oh, it's the funniest thing ever. Watch this, and they're looking at me like, what is this rubbish idea? Can we watch something else? Can we watch something else?
But is that how you got into the skits?
Yeah, because I was watching all of them guys. I said, let me give this a try. So first video, I think, was when I was 14, I think. And then it was on a tablet camera. 2 megapixels. Or 4 megapixels.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, and I planned like around a 20, 30-second video. But I was stuttering so much, it became a 4-second video.
And what happened to the video? Did you upload it anywhere?
I uploaded it on Facebook, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was bad. But the thing is, I was so hyped because I made a video and I uploaded it. Oh my gosh, this is great. Then
plus, everyone's first video.
Then I uploaded it. I was messaging people. Did you see my vid? What'd you think of it? Yeah, it was good. Good. So one person said, no, it was bad. It was bad. But then I think I took some time off and I came back and I started doing skits consistently on Facebook. And they still weren't great. But there was one person that I think he just had enough. And they commented, Sean, no offense, but your videos are shit.
But then you still kept going.
I stopped after that. I like how you tried to save me.
When did you come back then?
No, but what happened was that I left fake. I thought dance videos would be better. It didn't. It wasn't better. It wasn't better at all. Oh my God. So what happened was that I then moved from Facebook to Snapchat. Because here, if it's bad, after a day, it's gone.
It's gone 24 hours, yeah.
So I would, Jesus Christ. All right.
That's what we do on church. Yeah. We let you geek out and you laugh.
I'm sweating, Jesus, man. No, because like I was, what you call it, Jesus, I feel like a pastor now. And the Lord said. So I was on Snapchat and I would make videos. So I would take a beat, I would write a parody song to it. I'd rap to it. And there are people that say, oh, why don't you upload this on YouTube? I had PTSD from Facebook. Until one day I said, let me just try this. So I took out my iPhone. I was in my room, no script, nothing. I just started recording random clips and put it in. Once I recorded those clips and edited it and uploaded it on Instagram, turned off my phone. I said, I don't want to be around to see the massacre my comment section is supposed to come. But then I open it and I see laughing emoji, laughing, oh, this is good. I was like, okay, this isn't, I guess people have grown up.
Yeah.
People
learn manners.
Yeah, they learn manners now. So I kept going. I think that was when TikTok was becoming a bit more popular now. I said, let me go on TikTok and see. My first content on TikTok, it wasn't good, man. Because I didn't know what the style of content is.
Especially when TikTok was starting, it was just dancing videos.
Yeah, it was just dance videos. So I didn't even know, like, okay, what comedians, skit makers would be good for that platform. So I just started making more videos. And I think during lockdown is when I was doing that 2-3 times a day and all that jazz. But them videos, I think I've archived like most of them now because I'm like, I don't like these videos anymore.
No, I hear that.
No, I hear it.
I don't know, because you're in a weird place where, like, obviously you got siblings that are a lot older than you and shit like that. But how do you feel like they rubbed off on you? Because for me, I have a love of R&B over R&B because my sister loved R&B. Yeah. So like I'm around, and when the older person is in the building, I don't have control of the remote, so I'm watching whatever the fuck you're watching. So it makes me.
Connect to it.
Yeah, connects with certain shit like that. Like, do you feel that same way?
They definitely rubbed off on me I stutter still, so allow it. So
My brother stirs.
yeah, so I feel like it was definitely through two things, or a couple things. It was through music and slang. There are things that my brothers and sisters say that I say to this day. But the music is when, cause I was my own little bubble. So like I was always like YouTube was my best friend. That was my friend when I was younger. It was YouTube. I would only hear new music when they were home. So they would play the Davidos, the Wizkids, and all these Ole Cool, all these different songs. My brother used to hold that remote hostage and play the music channel in the morning. I'm like, I want to watch Disney, bro.
With my series.
I want to watch
Music channels.
I want to watch Disney, bro. Why watching these music videos?
Bro.
But I picked up on some songs along the way, so I feel like it was definitely slang, movies, and music, because they were the ones that kind of picked what we would watch anyways.
This brings me to obviously I know who your brother is now. Was creativity like encouraging you from like why did you get obviously your brother does music, you're doing skits, I don't know what your other sibling does. Was there something that happened in the house that pushed you guys towards the creative side?
We just always been creative. I feel like we've always had that creative aspect. Now whether we do it full time is still up in the air. But I feel like we were always allowed to be creative at some point. Like when I was younger, I actually wanted to be an artist. So I was writing songs when I was younger. I've been writing since I was 7, 8 years old. So like I feel like we've always had that outlet to be creative, because they used to have a dance group back then called Cornerstone. Like they used to dance in churches or dance on stage and all.
Everything starts in church, isn't it?
Everything starts in church. Everything starts in
That's
church.
the only way we could have. That's the only way we could have expressed our creativity for God. Like, what if you
I
could play
swear.
drums, sing,
I learned
rap, dance?
I learned how to dance because of church.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's just because of church. So like, I feel like it's those outlets where, because for me, like growing up, there was no like, do you know when people in secondary school, like after school is done, they can gallivant around with a uniform. Nothing like that. You go to school, you bring your nyash home.
Facts. And then you don't open the door for anybody.
I swear.
I love a callback.
You bring your nyash home. So literally, I would be home, I would watch YouTube, and then I do my homework and all that stuff. So my dynamic was literally school, home. And that rubbed off on me until college. So I feel like it wasn't until, I feel like after COVID when I really started like going out to things like live podcast shows and all these things, because before that, I was in my house. No one knew I existed. Like, even when I started coming out, they were like, I didn't know you had another brother. To my brother, Tom.
Yeah. So that's big. That's it. So you're in your house. You're naturally introverted then.
Yeah.
But then you put content out there.
Yeah.
Is that difficult for you? Because I always say I'm comfortable in the settings that I'm comfortable in. But for the most part, I want to be in my house. Yeah. So how did you find that, like, I was almost in my house, but I also want to put content out there, kind of way?
It took a while for me to get used to that, because you see that red button on your phone. Once I press that, I can't speak. Like I'll have a full-on script. No, like nothing's recorded. I practice it. Cool. I press record. I'm like, okay, welcome to I'm stuttering on the first line. So I feel like for me, it got better with the amount of videos I was putting out there. So I feel like when it came to that whole thing of being introverted, I feel like I got better around college time. Like I was talking to people. I was like be involved in more conversations. But before that, like,
did you go to college in your town or another college?
Dublin.
So it kind of forced you to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, you have to talk.
Yeah,
because
someone has notes. I need those notes.
You have to talk.
I need those notes out. Yeah.
But I feel like for me, I've always kind of had that element of being open and talking. It's just I've been in the right environment. Like there are people that if there's 100 people in this room, I'll be in the corner.
Yes.
Did you think your
stutter played a part? And I'm asking because my brother was kind of like that. He was really. Now he's a bit more out there, but because he had a story and he was young and he was like, especially in church, he was made fun of. So I found him really like in his own bubble. He didn't really put himself out there. Did that play a part for you as well, or
the stuttering?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially eye contact.
Yeah.
Someone would look at me and I'm like, I have to look this way. I have to look the other way because like I can't take this right now. But now I'm a lot better at doing those things now, because back then I didn't have much social cues, so I kept to myself a lot. Now with that. You know when you don't pick up certain social cues, and because of that, they'll just laugh at you because you don't pick up on certain things.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
What's called? Were you in school at the same time as any of your siblings, like in the same school?
No. I was in primary school with two of my siblings in St. Joseph's back in Dundalk.
Because back when I was younger, I wish I had an older brother. Because all the niggas I'd be like, I get my brother after you.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, man.
Wait, why not?
I couldn't do that.
Why? You had,
I didn't feel like I could do that.
why?
I don't know. It's just something about it. I was like, I can't just get my brother after you. My brother's like, why are you involving me? Why are you involving me?
I will tell you. In school,
Why are you involving me in this?
in school, some guy
man.
attacked Tosin. You know Tosin. He attacked Tosin. Tosin went to get Tunde, and Tunde went to look at him. He says, "This guy, him, I'll call Taiwo." He said, "I'm not."
That's the thing. I don't like getting other people involved in my
Because
in
that
my
guy don't
issues.
stump you with a big guy. I was looking at him like, Tunde, don't do it. Don't get involved.
Because I remember in school, one of my boys, he had a little problem with one of the other guys in the class, and then like I think we were in like first year, and his brother was in like sixth year. So when his brother came down, it was like, oh shit, and his brother had a word with the guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
and the brother has a crew of niggas as well.
all of a sudden, the problems aren't probleming like they used to problem before, and now I'm just looking like, right, so this is what the other brother can do.
Get their cameras good.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what I'm saying. Have you had stepping for your brother?
No, I actually didn't, but it was like,
Not even that he asked you.
no. That's the thing. People didn't want to pick on him as much because I was his brother. Not because I was his brother, but because Ty was my best friend. Okay. No, I'm showing you. Because they think like if they pick on him, I'll go get my niggas and we'll come down.
Yeah,
so they don't want problem with that nigga because he's gonna get all these niggas coming.
Yeah.
I don't think it was definitely nothing to do with me.
He's gonna get the crew.
Yeah.
When it came to me, it's like my problems are my problems. I don't like saying I got my brother after you. Like
Yeah, but it's not even. Sometimes it's not even the act of saying that.
Yeah.
It's like if
Knowing.
you come home upset. Yo, what the fuck
What's
happened
going
there?
on? Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now the whole cavalry's outside.
That's what they thought would
they
happen.
would have just told me fight back. They would have just said fight back. Why you're this tall?
You know, fight back, little nigga.
Did you have to step up for your brother?
I told you, a knife got pulled on me because of him.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the time my sister stepped up for me because I was in like second class, and there was this girl that she was on my case for whatever reason. She was like maybe like 2 years ahead. And the thing is, my sister is tiny, yeah, but my sister has a temper.
Yeah.
And if my sister loses her temper, it's like, I don't know, she gets this fucking rage and this strength out of nowhere. She grabbed the girl, picked her up like this. Girl never even looked my way again.
For me, in secondary school, my phrase was just, I'll slap you. And that was it.
And then they left you alone.
You know, because there's always going to be one person that says do it, and then it's like I don't know what to do after
I
this.
did it one time, and this guy pushed me on the desk. You had to be back.
You stop him and say, "What are you doing?" That's what I was saying. I was saying, "Why do you go punch someone and just move us? And what are you doing?" Now you're stupid.
I'm not gonna lie.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta swing. You have to connect. You have to connect.
Fights in school, and you know what? Sometimes being in school, because I went to all boys school as well, so there's just certain situations that would happen, and I'm just like it's just I don't know. It's just a weird environment to be in sometimes.
Yeah. I don't want to be there.
Like there was one guy though. He was like this height. But he just always pick on me and just say mad because he knows that two of his friends they were bigger than him, so he would do stuff. He would run, and the two guys would always like defend him and all that. One day I was studying. I was studying for a test. It was like a religion test. Now,
Also, fuck religion test, man. Stupid. We don't care about this.
you get me. So like, you get me. So like, I was studying for that. The guy comes and karate chops the book, and it's in two. Now the book was already a bit tattered.
Yeah.
But it got to a point. I'm like, okay, I can either take this or do something else.
Yeah.
I chased him outside of the prefabs, around, came back, and then what happened? Then one of his friends came out and just started squaring up. I don't know. This guy is very. I was like, do I go back? So I gave him a punch here and maybe here. He just didn't want to take down on me. He didn't want to take down. Or was that no? Actually, I was outside. I was outside. Yeah, and he gave me a. No, I was outside the. You know the what call that room? The PC room, like where they do the roll call. Yeah, that room. And he pushes me, and I fall over the bag, and I hit knee first. That's maybe chase him. So the big guy gives me a takedown. Now I see the shoes of a teacher walking. I'm like, if I am caught fighting back.
Yeah.
I'm finished.
Yeah, I'm always
So-
going to teach my son to fight back. I'll deal with
Yeah.
the teachers. You're not going to be a victim. You fight back. You defend yourself. Whatever happens, they can call me. and
I was
I'll deal
scared
with
of
it.
that. Though. I don't
No,
know why.
I get it. I get why you would be scared, especially us the way we grew
I was
up.
the same as
yeah,
well, yeah.
you don't want your parents to be involved, but I would tell them don't engage. Defend yourself. If you've defended yourself, even if you get caught in the act of defending yourself, I will hear you out. I'll deal with
Always
the teachers.
defend yourself.
Yeah,
Cause,
always
'cause
defend yourself.
I'm not gonna be like
Always
in
defend
school. I was like, it doesn't matter. Even if I didn't start the fight and
Yeah,
I'm defending
yeah,
myself,
exactly.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck about Miss Farley or whoever the fuck is over across the road.
My mom is gonna.
It's
yeah.
my mom that
I'm never gonna tell them go be the bully or go engage in fights, but always don't let them. You're not gonna be the victim. Don't let them pick on you. And if it's you defending yourself, even if you get caught in the act of defending yourself, I'll talk to the teachers.
Yeah, I don't know why.
talk to them.
Like the word suspension always scared me.
Yeah,
Bro,
no, that's
It
fine.
always
It's a
scared
day
me.
off school.
I got suspended one time.
Why? What happened?
I was caught selling sweets.
Niggas out here trapping.
I was selling.
He had the M&Ms on the low.
I was selling sweets, man. Oh, right. So this was 6th year, right? I was like, I need money. I was applying for jobs. I was 16. He was gonna take on a 16-year-old for a job. So I saw this YouTuber who was selling sweets. I said, I can do that. Let me give it a try. I went to Dunn Stores and Eurogiant, bought a bunch of sweets. And I was a fool. I started promoting it outside of school. Now I wasn't shouting, but I was saying, "Oh, like you need sweets, come."
Man is trapping sweets.
Yeah, I was
Yo, I got the M&Ms on the low. What, 2 for $5.
So then what happened was like right. So but this is where I was stupid. I was standing in the vending machine room. I thought easy access to customers.
I get the logic.
I get it.
If it was legal, yeah, in school. But then I think one of the SNA, they started coming. I thought it'd be one person, 2 people might come and buy sweets. I just see a swarm of first years. He's selling sweets. I was like, will you? And then SNA comes over, tells them to go away, and they're asking me, why did they have money out? I was like, I don't know. And they told me to stop selling, obviously, go to your class and all that. So I went there saying, okay, look, I have some coins. I have 1 euro, 2 euro coins. I made some money. Let me go to class. It's cool. Knock happens. Vice principal walks in. Can I speak to Sean? I was like, yeah. So I go over there. He interrogates me. So we noticed that you've been selling sweets. What were you selling? How much did they cost? Basically interrogating me about the.
They're trying to steal your whole business plan, man.
No, because you know what it was? They banned sweets from the
They
canteen.
did Shark Tank, which you.
So I
did
did
the business
They
plan.
banned sweets from the canteen. So that was my opportunity. Okay, let me just fill the gap in the
You
market.
saw a gap in the market.
Yeah, gap in the market.
Actually,
Why can't I be encouraged?
I'd actually, if my son did all this, I'm like, yo, I
did
thought of
so
all this
much.
shit.
One of my boys made a couple grand off selling sweets in school.
You actually can. So what happened was that he interrogated me, right? And he told me to bring the bag of sweets and the money. I was a fool. I should have took some money.
Wait. And the money.
Yes.
It's not your money.
I swear.
My mom gave this to me for lunch.
So I brought these and the money. He's counting it. And I'm like, I made this much?
Bro.
What? Because I've never seen that amount of coins ever. So I thought, he takes all of it and the sweets and puts it in his office, gives me a warning saying not to sell anymore. I said, cool. So I then, hold on, the story's not done yet. so cause I feel like the reason why I wanted to do it because I also wanted to get into selling other things. So I had a business for a long time where I was selling, screen protectors, cables, phone cases, all different things. But the protectors that I got the first time around, they weren't great. So I'm like, I can't keep selling these. But I can't be saving. I was saving the money, but I was saving the money that I got from my parents at school. But also like, I was with my friend one time. I said, should we give this sweet thing one more try? So we did it for a bit. He backed out. Because someone got caught, and I kept going. This is where I should have also
Backed out.
Yeah, but I kept going. And then also, right, I went to Dunn Stores in Eurogiant, and I went hard. I got Kinder Buenos, Skittles.
That's expensive sweets.
Yeah, Lucasades. I was selling drinks as well. Like I was going in. I was selling first week. I felt like the I felt like
I'm Tony Montana.
No, no. Even because
put this shit together.
when the principals took his shit, this just sounds like a drug bust to me. 'Cause also, nigga, what happened to my sweets? And what happened to my money too? No,
Let me take it home.
yeah, so like first week, I think first 2 weeks, I felt like, okay, I'm making, because I was thinking if I can keep this up, I'll be in a good spot. I think what happened? So my system was like, I won't do it in the vending machine. I'll do it in my locker room, because there's a room where it's a bit more private to get the sweets and do the exchange. So we've got combination locks on the lockers. So I would open it, give them the sweets. You give me the money. You go this way, I go that way. Everybody's okay. That one guy.
There's always a snitch, man.
No, not even snitch. One guy, I think he saw me open my combination lock. Oh. He knew my combination. This guy took Kit Kats, Lucasades, he took Starburst, he took Chewits. I'm like,
What is that like tomboy?
What
is the difference?
What's going on?
Selling drugs.
But the thing is, everybody bought the principles like no, and looking at me like, what you gonna do, Sean?
You have to do something.
And you knew who it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew who it was, but like, it's
You
like,
have to do something.
But the thing is, like, back then it was like, it's not Sean. Like, I wasn't. It was like, it's not Sean. Like, it was that kind of reputation. So I'm like, okay, look, I can't keep the seats in my locker because they know my combination lock. So I took the bags out and I started going around so that they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but then you have the merchandise on you.
Yep. And that's when I got.
She's talking like it's power.
Wait. Tell me, this is power.
He's moving product.
What's the
He's
difference?
literally moving product.
Yeah, you get me. And then, oh man, I think I was moving it.
You know, he's gonna catch the guy. Where's my food?
Where's my food? Where's my food? So then I think right. I think I was trying to sell a Skittles packet to somebody, and I just hear the footsteps of the vice principal. That man was everywhere. Like, why are you here?
It's always the vice principal.
Always the fight because they want to take the main job, so they have to do the most.
Thank you. They have to do the most. Thank you. So like, he comes out. I put the skill back in my bag, but I zipped it, but I didn't zip it all the way. So you could just see one little red corner, and then they tell everybody to go out the room. I want to go out. The guy walks around with a litter picker. You know those things that he stops, he blocks the door.
They're pulling up to him with straps now.
Then he stops me and he says, "What's in the bag?" I said, "Clothes." No. I said books.
My guy said, "Do you have a word for this?"
No. I said books. So then he takes the bag. Yeah. So he takes the bag and he weighs it. He's like, "Come with me." And as I'm walking, that's the first time I felt my heart sink to my feet. And then I think they brought me in. The principal is like, "So you're violating school rules again." All this, and gave me a lecture of, if you want money, get a job. I'm 16.
Nigga, I'm
trying here. I'm 16 years old. So after that, I was suspended for a day.
Did they take your stuff again?
No, but here's the thing. I was suspended for a day. My mom and dad gave me a lecture of, look, because we have a wall of graduates. They're like, look,
the pressure is heavy.
Yeah, they're like, look, just behave for the rest of this school year. You can say whatever you want, and you can one day be on this work. Like, think about this, because all these sweets, it's not worth you losing
your
over.
spot on the wall.
Yeah, so
sweets.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I feel like after that, they came in. I got my sweets back, got the money back, got all of that. So that was fine. And then I went on to do the business of protectors and cases and all that jazz as well.
Man, you can't stop that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, fair. That was a good start.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a
Look,
fun story.
he's selling drugs in school because I remember even
It is, yeah.
one of the boys was selling, and it was one of the white boys that I was cool with, or whatever. And he was like, obviously I was still big back then, so he asked me to do like bodyguard for him.
Bodyguard.
Bro, I swear to God. I got into a little physical altercation because of it one time.
Stories
damn.
All right, let's start wrapping this shit
Let's
up.
wrap this show up. That's
Nah,
funny.
that reminds me when we had like a boy band in primary school. We were called the Remix Boys.
We had the Days Boys. I did a remix with them. But that's the story for another day.
Look, Jordan, wait, at the live show, you're going to perform on your old songs.
Anyways,
You should.
Sean,
what's go-
before I wrap up,
Wait,
Deji's-
hold on. I got two things. You can pick two out of the 5 things I'm gonna name, yeah? The laundry does itself every time. Like it cleans, wash, folded,
and puts away.
puts away. It's done. You don't have to worry about that kind of shit. You have the perfect dinner every night. Like you don't have to make food. Like as soon as you come home, whatever is perfectly prepared, seasoned every fucking night. Your tank is always full. Or if you're electric car, it's always full. You never have to stop. It's always full.
I have to pick 1 or 2.
You get to pick 2 out of the 5.
Okay.
Your wardrobe is always in immaculate condition. What's called all your clothes will always fit perfectly. You always have the perfect outfit for anywhere you're going. It's perfect. Or your house maintains itself. Like what's called like your yard maintains itself.
House always clean.
Clean. You pick 2 out of the 5.
I might have to hear those options again. So laundry that cleans itself.
Yeah. What's called perfect dinner every night. You never have to worry about cooking all that kind of shit. Food's always just ready. You don't have to worry about this. Your gas tank is always full.
Soon.
This guy.
Soon.
Guy.
But this
guy
car
said you
market
relax.
is crazy.
Bro,
Every market is crazy.
take your time.
Every
It's
market
fucking,
is crazy.
bro, it's ridiculous right now. What's called your gas tank is always full, or if you're electric car, it's always charged. Wardrobe is immaculate condition. All your clothes fit exactly how you want them. You always have the perfect thing to wear anytime you go out, or your house is clean all the time.
The house one definitely for me.
Because fix me, fix it.
And then we be getting cleaners, paying like just to have the house always in immaculate condition. That's one. I'd have to go with gas.
That's a horrible choice for me.
Gas always full.
Yeah.
For food, I don't really care for food. Food, I don't need a perfect meal every single day. I'm good at rest is true. Every night. The laundry, it was close.
I hate laundry.
It was close. It was close.
hate
But because gas,
Folding.
I'm saving like 60 euros every
Oh
week.
wait, actually, sorry. The yard isn't your house. Isn't like your house is clean. It's like the grass is cut. All of that shit is ready. But you know, for this, we'll do your house clean.
No, definitely picking the house. There's a second option I could go either way. Because I'm thinking of the money I save if my tank is always full. But laundry is just such time consuming.
Let's take money out of it. It's more the inconvenience of having to stop rather than.
That's like a 2-second stop, really.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that bad. Definitely the house. Maybe the laundry.
I'm taking wardrobe and
Always have the perfect fit.
I'm taking that and perfect dinner.
If I was a fashion nigga, maybe. But I'm okay with rocking.
Yeah, but the thing is,
How did we rebrand it to fashion niggas? It's like we took people black people that dress well, made them fashion niggas.
That's what we do in the black community. We make fun of each other. Oh, you took care of your dad. You don't
Look at you trying to better yourself.
Oh, I saw that video.
They just sent me something like, oh, look at him trying to be a good dad doing this on grapes.
What
would you pick?
Oh no, I would say laundry that folds itself because laundry definitely. I'd say perfect dinner to be honest.
Yeah.
Save money on food.
No, I actually get perfect dinner, but one of my favorite meals is like when I go home and I'm tired and there's like a nice rice and stew with a meat. I love that more than like a nice steak sometimes.
No, but
is that
the perfect dinner could be you come home to rice and stew.
like freshly made rice and stew?
Freshly made, it's great.
fresh.
Like you
The
never
steam
you,
and all
ne-
coming
you never have to worry about making food
Bro,
again.
the I am actually that Simi got in that.
You never have to worry. And even let's say you're on your gym journey, you want to come home, and it's just
the meal prep.
It's ready. It's just there.
Maybe that in the house.
Because for me, I'm
That
not
house,
gonna lie, low
That
key,
house.
like I can't be bothered.
Yeah, every week I have to face the question, what are we gonna eat for the week? I'm like, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Or
I don't even know.
Like I have to feed myself every day.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That it'd be that in the house because but laundry takes me to, do you know on Friday I was working from home. I dropped fixing Barbican to come home just so I can get through the laundry.
Bro, I
But
hate
there are some. But have you ever
Just so I get through the
Well, have you
laundry.
ever come across those irregularly shaped clothes? That I'm like, how do I fold this now?
That's all my missus' clothes.
You,
That's all like,
you know what I hate as well? Why is it black on this side and white on this side? Because I don't know. Do I wash with the colors or do I wash with the whites? But
what would you pick?
it was gonna be, I think Food and wardrobe, man.
Yeah, food
like
and wardrobe, I see
clothes,
that.
clothes that just fit perfectly every time.
And you have an outfit for
and it's
everything, you
always
don't have
there,
to think.
and you don't have to think. You don't have to, bro, man. Give me
I
that.
get that. What did you pick?
I picked laundry and perfect dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get that.
All right, last thing before we get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Dilemmas with Deji.
Okay.
Oh, mad.
Okay.
I have 6 kids by 4 females.
God.
Open bracket. They're not real women. They're pretty.
You need to tread carefully with this dilemma here. It's Women's Day, by the way.
That was yesterday. We moved on.
Okay, what's good? So I have 6 kids by 4 females. Open bracket. They're not real women. They're petty and childish females. I made the mistake of asking one. I made the mistake of asking one of them to give me money for a tummy tuck.
Wait.
Yes, you heard me right. I made the mistake of, let me get through it and then we'll go to her. So I'm gonna start again.
Okay.
This is for the clip when I cut this to make it smooth. I have 6 kids by 4 females. They're not real women. They're petty and they're childish females. I made the mistake of asking one of them to give me money for a tummy tuck. I have plans for myself this year. I'm gonna go to Dubai and find me a rich princess or something. I have wavy hair so I can fit in there. Sick of these broke American hoes. My baby mamas got together and created a social media promo to help Darius unbig his back and transfer his fat to his skinny dick. It ran for 2 days until I got it taken down. But they raised about $1,800 and they won't give me those bands. I slept with 2 of them to get the money. They keep making promises but never pay me. They're passing me around for sex while making posts about my skinny dick. I feel pimped and unemployed. I feel pimped and unempowered. Help.
Sometimes I refuse to believe these dilemmas are real.
Yeah.
Because why they still sleeping with you? Why they still sleeping with you after they're out there slandering you? But
What if I don't want to up my body count?
do you remember the women do that thing? That was funny.
Remember?
Sorry. Because I'm not there anymore. I'm outside. I don't know what to be doing outside. Oh man, sometimes I wish we could speak freely.
Do you guys want to quit this? Man? Don't quit. Don't quit.
First of all, give that nigga his money. Because the money you raise it for him. Give him his money.
Sorry,
you raise it in his name.
At what point does shame come into this?
You have 6 kids with 4. There's no shame again. You have 6 kids with 4 more women.
Man,
There's no shame,
man said I want to get a tummy tuck to go to Dubai and find a rich wife.
And then you're still out here slaying dick, even though they're slandering you. You're still
but
going
he's
to this.
slaying dick to try and get the money.
This guy.
This, you know what? Let's go back.
There's no help.
This isn't even Lambo money, and he's slinging dick for it.
Can you see?
You get what I mean?
1,800. And you think niggas out here judging someone for saying dick for Lambo? You niggas would do it for $2,000.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not helping you, bro.
Should we do one more? Or should we go?
Nah, let's call it a day, bro.
Yo, I want to say something real quick, guys. Thank you for having me, y'all.
Oh, no problem.
And honestly, it's gonna be so sad just when you guys go, because now I have to look for a new podcast on Wednesdays. I've been looking for some. They don't bang.
There's all this other Irish podcast I'll drop on Monday. Just slot on Mondays and Wednesdays. Just slot them to your Wednesday. So
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
just give another Irish podcast. Give them a chance. Everybody's doing a good job out here. But we appreciate you because you've always been supportive. You even read. Remember that 20 euro that I gave out? I kept upping the money in the description. I put in the description because Deji always tells me to write a description. I said, Deji, nobody reads this, and I wanted to kind of prove it. So I said, if you reply to this, write 5 euro. Next week I went 10, and I went all the way to 20. Sean took a screenshot and says, yo, what's this about?
I called money. I said, I'm involved.
What's this about? No, thank you because you always be supporting, and I think you asked me at the GTG live show if you could come on. And Stage knows I'm bad for this sometimes. When I tell niggas, yeah, you can come on, I feel like they have to now come on. Yeah. I do it quite often. So thank you for pulling off anyway.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. There's some people that at this point they're never gonna make an appearance on Charge It.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we'd love to have you, but
because we have to be smarter with our guest lineup before we wrap up.
Yeah.
But thank you for all your support, man, and hope we will see you there April 27th.
Oh, definitely.
And hopefully we see you there April 27th.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets, Sugar Club. And if you guys made it to the end of this podcast and you didn't like anything that we said, well, you can
Charge It. Bang, bang.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, that was good. I hate black jeans, man.